Special agent in charge, Douglas Williams, the suspect's charged with attempting to provide material support to ISIS. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
How much time he got? 53 degrees, cloudy over the circle, all clear on your radar now. You might have gotten some rain earlier this morning. Low of 48 tonight. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 3:02. A former Marine was given a 10-year sentence this morning for a crash prosecutors say was caused by him driving a government vehicle drunk. Grant and Ashley Lansdale were killed in the crash.
You never get what you want to. That's the best we got. We got to move on with our lives. And he did admit to killing two wonderful people.
Ashley's father, Pat Ross. Jamie Heredia is the man sentenced with time already served, along with probation. Heredia is only going to serve less than 5 years in prison. You can expect delays at the intersection of Thompson Road and Emerson Avenue on the southeast side today.
That's to prepare the site for some underground water line upgrades that we are making at and near that intersection tonight.
Ben Easley with Citizens Energy Group says this isn't a full closure, but since it is a busy intersection, you might want to avoid it. He expects full road restrictions to be done by rush hour tomorrow morning. The NFL Combine, it's going to be staying in Indianapolis. The league announced today the event will remain at the Circle City through 2026, all thanks to a one-year contract extension. Indianapolis has been hosting the event since 1987. Last year, the Combine is estimated to have helped out Indy's economy by about $10 million. And 5 years ago, Roger Penske, you may remember, bought the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Kurt Darling reports he's made another big purchase.
Penske has bought the Grand Prix Association of Long Beach from Jerry Forsyth. That's the organizing body of the Grand Prix of Long Beach and all the events associated with it. The iconic race has been run every year since 1975 and has been on the IndyCar schedule since 1984. The move by Penske is likely to fend off other racing series like NASCAR or Formula One from making a run at the event. Next year's race will be the 50th anniversary. Kirk Darling, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 3:04.
As the summer fades and the cool breeze of fall sets in, it's the perfect time to get back to the basics, especially when it comes to your financial future. At Howard Bailey Financial, we believe in simplifying your retirement plan. Our team of advisors help you build a customized retirement strategy that is designed to help reduce risk, increase income, and mitigate tax. Whether you're just starting out or looking to refine your plan, we're here to guide you every step of the way. It's never too early or too late to make sure your financial future is secure. Text BASICS to 888-262-1104 to download your complimentary retirement planning toolkit today. That's BASICS to 888-262-1104. Howard Bailey Financial. Back to the basics. Forward to your future. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
With traffic on the 5s at 3:05. Good afternoon, Matt Bear.
What is happening, Harrison? Looking at Boone County, southbound 65, stop and go traffic, Whitestown Parkway to the Dogleg, 865. Inbound 69, stop and go, 106th Street, 282nd. Inbound 65 drags from 21st to Meridian Penn, and eastbound 70 slow from Belmont into the South Split. Crash 75th west of Benford Boulevard. Crash German Church Road at 56th. Traffic sponsored by Discover. Discover wants everyone to feel special. That's why they double all the cash back you've earned on your credit card at the end of your first year with Cash Back Match. See terms at discover.com/credit card. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Thanks, Matt. And here's your forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
As we make our way into Thursday evening, cloudy skies will remain, and there might even be a very slight chance of a few light showers overnight. Low temperature around 48 degrees, winds out of the west-northwest at 5 to 10. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Drew Norsutis for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer is right over there. Just a quick update. You're going to be relieved to know, Hammer, that Mike Johnson will...
Johnson!
he's going to remain the Speaker of the House for 2 more years. He won the vote running unopposed.
Johnson!
Remember that whole mess with Johnson and McCarthy, and then there was Matt Gaetz, and that coalition that was trying to get McCarthy out of there, and there was vote after vote after. It was kind of a mess. So don't have to go through that a second time.
Again, 2 years is all we're talking about here. Get as much done, fix as much stuff as you can in 2 years. Because at that point, when midterms happen, you might not have the House. You might not have the Senate. So strike while the iron is hot. Make sure you've got people in place. And people in place is kind of where the conversation is starting to go to after Trump's cabinet nominations. So let's talk about the state of Florida here. Ron DeSantis is getting some pressure from folks to fill what will be Marco Rubio's Senate seat. Marco Rubio nominated to be the Secretary of State. Assuming there are no issues there, he will take on that role, which opens up a Senate seat. Now, one person who is not really going out and saying she wants the job, but is kind of saying she totally wants the job.
Kind of poking her head out from around the corner and her hand kind of slightly raised. Hello, over here.
That would be one Laura Trump.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show. She's one of the movers and shakers over at the RNC.
Wife of Eric Trump.
Yes. She was great with fundraising.
Also a friend of the show.
Phenomenal with this campaign, but it was also a family matter. It was personal to her, right? She went on last night with Sean Hannity and didn't really deny that she would like to be considered for that Senate opening left behind by Marco Rubio.
To be able to serve in this role has really been the honor of a lifetime. Likewise, if I am able to serve, I would love to serve the people of Florida. This is my home state now and has been for 3 years. This is where Eric and I live. And truly to have that opportunity, I think would be incredible. No one knows better than I do the America First agenda or the goals of Donald Trump in the coming 4 years. So if I am asked, I would love to consider it, but I have yet to have a conversation with Governor DeSantis. So we will have to see.
Yeah. No convo with Ron.
Right.
So we don't live in Florida. I'm not sure how much of a dog we have in this race, but I was listening to Rob and Casey earlier today. Rob was kind of poo-pooing Laura Trump's successful run that she had at the as the co-chair of the RNC. They did a great job getting the word out, talking about getting out and voting early. There certainly needed new leadership at the RNC with Michael Whatley and Laura Trump. But I don't know how much of it was the RNC, how much of it was Donald Trump himself.
Correct. And a name that is not being talked about enough, and I don't even know if he's interested or not, but I would love to see Byron Donalds in that role. Because Byron Donalds is a guy that checks every single box of what you're looking for. He's somebody that will help pass what Donald Trump wants to do. He's somebody that understands how the sausage is made when you're working in Washington, D.C., because he's there now as a House rep, and he doesn't put up with any crap. So that's the list that I'm looking for.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like the idea of plucking people from the House and installing them elsewhere because it's such a thin margin. GOP has a House at 218 right now. You know what I mean?
But it's pretty small.
That's the only reservation I have there. So I guess we'll see what happens. But Donald Trump, I wouldn't have a problem with Laura Trump being a senator there for a year until they do a runoff or something like that.
All you have to worry about is it going to be somebody that makes an ass of themselves? Is it going to be somebody like a Mitt Romney that's going to vote against the party?
Yes.
Somebody that makes it all about themselves? Somebody that makes an ass of themselves?
I don't think.
Right. Perfect example. I don't think Laura Trump would do that. The Trumps do love some Trumps, but I don't think she would make it all about herself to sabotage Donald Trump's presidency. But if you're looking for somebody that I think could do the job, not only during Donald Trump's presidency, but moving forward, I'm looking at Byron Donalds.
All right.
Speaking of Florida here, former House Speaker and rival to Donald Trump's Attorney General nomination selection of Matt Gaetz, Kevin McCarthy.
Yeah.
He spoke about Trump's cabinet picks, and he likes most of them, Nigel, but I'll give you $1 if you can guess which cabinet selection of Donald Trump Kevin McCarthy is not a fan of.
Choices are very good except one. Look, Gates won't get confirmed. Everybody knows that. But when you look at a Rubio, just the knowledge that he has, being in the Intel Committee, I was on the Gang of Eight, and his understanding, even when you listen to the other side of the aisle, they say, he'll make a great Secretary of State. So that's strong for me. A Waltz, just his background from a Green Beret and others being the. But John Radcliffe at CIA, former DNI, that's very strong. And the difference is to what was 8 years ago today, President Trump understands the job. He knows the people that he needs around him to get there, and I think he's going to be much better prepared because he only has one term, but he'll hit the ground running this time.
You say Gates will not be confirmed. Why bother with the nomination then?
You can talk to the president, but it's a good deflection from others, but it also gives. I'll let it stand with that.
Boy, he hates Matt Gates.
Oh yeah.
With the passion of a million fires.
Because Gates led the charge against McCarthy being the Speaker of the House, the swamp guy, and was ultimately successful.
Right. And McCarthy hates Gates, and Gates hates McCarthy. So I get it. McCarthy wanted to investigate Gates. Gates was like, oh, blank me, blank you. I'll get you kicked out of the House speakership. And so, yeah, he likes all of Trump's picks except for one. I think you knew that was coming. Tulsi Gabbard, who has been nominated to lead the intelligence department for our country, she has a message for those swampy Republicans who may try to hamper Donald Trump's agenda.
The American people delivered quite an incredible mandate for change in this election, with the popular vote and the electoral vote overwhelmingly saying, hey, we want Donald Trump as president. Of course, there's going to be resistance to change from the swamp in Washington. I think that's kind of the point. The American people are saying, hey, stop looking at yourselves, stop focusing on your own power, your own position, your own bank accounts. How about we have leaders in Washington who are actually looking out for the American people? And I would hope that we have elected leaders who have heard the American people in this election, even if it didn't turn out the way that they wanted, and recognize that this is our opportunity to come together as a country and put the American people first and work together in order to be able to accomplish that.
Does it make me a nerd, Nige, that I'm excited for this group to get to work? I'm excited for cabinet folks to get to work, and if they can do what they're talking about, I'm going to be really excited about this. Maybe that makes me a dork. Oh, right. Here comes the cabinet. January 21st, baby. I'm going to take the day off of work and tailgate.
What have I been saying for the past couple of days? I mean, this is the most interesting subject about President-elect Trump. Like, have we ever talked about a President-elect's cabinet picks before?
Rex Tillerson, let's go, baby. Woo!
That's what I'm saying. Like, back then, you're like, who are these effing guys, you know? And now we've got, like, the Marvel lineup.
Right. And it's because things are so screwed up. Like, you can't wait for these folks to go in there and fix this crap. Like, I'm excited for it. I'm probably going to be let down by somebody or multiple people. I get that. But as of right now, I'm excited for it. It was on this date, Nige, 27 years ago today. In 1997, Celine Dion released her fifth album, Let's Talk About Love, featuring the hit song My Heart Will Go On.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
So, Nigel, I'm going to give you choose your own adventure here. So, Allison, let's get ready. Would you like to hear a mashup of Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On featuring Linkin Park, or would you like to hear Celine Dion butchering a cover of AC/DC's Shook Me All Night Long?
Because I hate myself and I'm a degenerate, I will pick You Shook Me All Night Long. Oh.
Best damn man, Nige.
Come on, at least keep the lyrics the same.
Okay, you can turn that off.
Talking about that best damn man's American thighs.
I think she was talking about Matt Bear, who's standing by in the traffic center.
I've never had a woman remark on my thighs. It's a shame. Inbound 65, stop and go 21st to Meridian Penn. There's also a stall in the north split. It's running from northbound 65, 72 northbound 65. Look out for that. Right lane closed. Ramp is open. Inbound 69, stop and go, 106th Street, 282nd. Eastbound 70 slows from West Street into the South Split. Traffic sponsored by General Motors. General Motors Marion is hosting a career fair on November 14th and November 16th. Hiring skilled trades, journeyperson roles. Visit Facebook.com/General Motors Careers to learn more. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Right now, we got some gray skies, 53 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. Coming up next, an update on the next place Nigel and I will be. You can come hang out with us. You can have a beer. We'll talk about that. And we got some booze news, too. This is the Hammer and Nigel Show.
$182,000.
What?
Yeah, $182,000. According to CBS News, the average American loses out on an average of $182,000 in Social Security income. And it's because they filed for their benefits, Rob, at the wrong time.
Learn how you could avoid this with a free Social Security analysis from Bill Demery, your retirement guy in Indy.
We trust Bill to help with planning for our retirement, and you can too.
This free analysis could help you get the most income from Social Security while considering the impact on your spousal benefits, taxes, IRAs, and 401k withdrawals, and Medicare premiums.
If you've saved more than $200,000 and have not filed for Social Security, schedule your free analysis by calling 317-932-9912.
Don't lose $182,000 in Social Security income that's rightfully yours.
Call 317-932-9912. That's 317-932-9912.
Hey, look, you got to check out Barkeep Vodka, made right here in Indy. It's the cleanest vodka ever made. They utilize this new compression filtering process. It is the smoothest vodka I've ever tasted. It is better value than almost all the other top-shelf vodkas out there.
Again, this is an amazing vodka. Like, Nigel and I kind of know what we're talking about when it comes to spirits, and this bad boy is so good. It's made with corn from Indiana farmers. It's made in Indy, and the price, it's very affordable considering the product you're getting here. So do yourself a favor. Pick up a bottle of Barkeep Vodka. Makes a great gift for the holidays. BarkeepVodka.com. Log on right now and find that list of locations.
Hey, Pat Sullivan here from Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Join us this Saturday for our annual Turkey Fest. Grilled turkey, fried turkey, trash can turkey. Just how many ways do we prepare turkey? Well, come find out this Saturday at our 71st and Keystone store. Pick up your copy of the Turkey Fest coupons for added savings, like 25% off any gift shop decor item. Look at our pre-lit artificial Christmas trees. At Sullivan Hardware and Garden, you can actually see 150 different styles of artificial trees already reduced 30%. And at our 71st and Keystone store, climb aboard the Sullivan Express and visit Santa. Book your tickets at sullivanhardware.com. Visit our gift shop, the Yellow House at Sullivan's, for additional savings on Christmas gifts, ornaments, collectibles, and accents. Shop, play, experience. Christmas with Sullivan's. 71st and Keystone, 49th and Penn in Cicero, and Allisonville Home and Garden by Sullivan in Fishers.
Miss M's Home and Garden and Sundown Gardens fall sale is still on. 30 to 50% off all trees and shrubs in stock. It's a great time to finish up your landscape for next year, and if you're ready to start interior holiday decorating, they have you covered. Stop in and shop those stunning displays filled with the best quality Christmas decor. Holiday open houses are coming the weekend before Thanksgiving. Miss M's in Bargersville on State Road 135 south of Whiteland Road. Sundown Gardens at 186th Street and Spring Mill Road in Westfield.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Save $40 before the holidays with Zero Res. 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at $129, plus $75 off duct cleaning too. ZeroResIndy.com.
This hour on 93 WIBC, powered by Family Heating and Air, your American Standard air dealer in Indianapolis.
Well, we're coming to your city. You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Saturday, November 23rd at noon. Actually, it's kind of going on late morning, early afternoon, all kind of in that area. It's the Gugman House Brewing Company is where we'll be for the Franciscan Health Movember event. And am I saying it right? Gugman House or Gugman House?
Gugman House! Almost like Heidenscheid!
So, like, this is more so it's a Movember event. We all know what Movember is, right?
You're focusing on men's health, right?
Which is kind of taking a back seat lately,
right?
I feel like.
And the things that are happening at this event, tons of free screenings, right? Free cancer screenings, a number of different cancer screenings. I love this section where you can just talk to a doctor for free, talk to a nurse for free. And yes, we've got beer. We're going to have the college football games on the TVs, prizes to give away. Our friends from the Fan 107.5 are going to be there as well. So seriously, might as well go out and get this stuff checked out for free, right? Plus, you get to hang out with us. We'll drink. We'll do some inappropriate stuff.
I know how guys are. Like, they don't ever go to the doctor. They don't ever schedule, annual physicals. I only started doing it recently, a couple of years ago, scheduling blood draws and stuff with my general practitioner. This right here today is where you can get it all done. You can get it all taken care of. Again, a couple Saturdays from now at the Gugman House Brewery, which is kind of northwest of downtown Indy.
1701 Gent Avenue. And if you work for a company that gives you maybe a discount if you have like health screenings or something like that, where you can get a discount on your insurance.
Yeah.
This counts for that. So you could come by, talk to these doctors, get a little examination, get screened for some stuff, take all the paperwork back with you. Bada bing, bada boom. Who's got the insurance discount now?
You can even go behind the tent. They have a special tent for prostate exams.
Matt Bear is going to be giving them, actually. It's we're really putting our stamp on this thing.
That, by the way, if you didn't know, was a joke. There will be no private tent for prostate exams.
But seriously, you can get screened for a number of different cancers. If you got something wrong with you and you don't know what it is, come talk to the doctor for free. What do you got to lose? So mark it on your calendar. Saturday, November 23rd, Gugman House Brewing Company for Movember with Franciscan Health. Nigel, according to a new survey, 9% of people say they always or usually take a photo of their food when they go out to a restaurant.
Photo of food. I'm looking through my... Let's see.
Any food pics on there?
I'm looking through my pics on my phone recently. I think my wife and our daughter with their friends before the Taylor Swift concert went to go eat, and they took kind of like a picture with food in it at the restaurant. That doesn't count, does it? You're talking about like a display, like a commercial almost.
Look at this steak, bitches. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's see.
You like this wiener?
Yeah. Okay. The last time I did it was at my. You like this wiener? That out of everything in this segment, that's what did it to me.
But you would say at a hot dog restaurant. What?
At this brewery we were at for my brother-in-law's rehearsal dinner. That is the last time I took a picture of at a beer and some food there. Took a picture. I didn't post it. I sent it to some people.
I've taken pictures of us like at places. Like if we're at a restaurant, we'll get a big group picture. Hey, tailgating before the ball game, tailgating before the concert. But it's not, hey, you like this meat?
Yeah, I feel like that's so 2000. I feel like that's like so 2005. Taking pictures of your meal and posting it.
Now, I will say this. when it comes time for Thanksgiving, I feel like it's the least I can do for the coupon lady who's made like this awesome spread.
Yeah, but that's different.
Like you kind of want to get that in the picture of like, yeah, this is happening. Let's go. We're about to embarrass ourselves. But if you're just going to like McDonald's, like, do people still do that? You like these McNuggets?
I got the chicken one. There's now a Big Mac and a Big Chicken, right?
Big Mac chicken, yes.
Big McChicken.
Have you had it?
No.
I have.
Have you really?
Yes.
And
it just tastes like a regular Big Mac. You don't really notice that much of a difference because the sauce is still there, the lettuce, the pickles, all that stuff's still there.
It's just chicken.
It's just chicken. And it's not like when you're eating a regular Big Mac, the meat is so thin. It's not like you're noticing it per se. You're noticing all the other stuff.
Wow, there you go. An official Hammer and Nigel review of the McChicken.
I feel like everybody in this city should have known that I've had the chicken Big Mac.
I did not know this about you. I feel like I'm finding out something new for the first time.
You're welcome, Indianapolis. It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
When it comes to your furnace this winter, you don't want to mess around. You need the best. You want the best equipment. You want the best dealers working on it. I'm talking about American Standard Heating and Air. They are truly built to a higher standard. Here's Hammer to tell you about one of those awesome local dealers in Central Indy.
How about B&W HVAC, plumbing, and electrical in Speedway? Fall turning to winter means cold nights, and you got to make sure that furnace is safe and ready to keep you warm. B&W's dedicated team, they will make sure your heating system is in top shape. And when the frigid sub-zero temperatures arrive, you're going to be good to go. bplusw.com/radio. Schedule your appointment today. That's bplusw.com/radio, or just give them a call. 317-243-3581. B&W HVAC, plumbing, and electrical and Speedway. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Looking for a great place to go for car care?
Hi, this is Lonnie Hinkle from Jiffy Lube, and I'd like to share the top 5 reasons that every Hoosier should trust Jiffy Lube to help keep their car running safe and well. Number 5, our computer system holds the maintenance data for every make and model. We know exactly what your car needs and when it needs to be done. Number 4, Jiffy Lube's training system is in the Training Magazine Hall of Fame. Along with companies like Ritz-Carlton, Starbucks, and Nordstrom's, our team does the job right. Number 3, you never need an appointment. We are ready to serve you whenever it works best for you, so come on in and see us. Number 2, Jiffy Lube accepts competitor coupons so you can get our great service at the desperate price of our competitors. And number 1, Jiffy Lube is a one-stop maintenance shop, and we make it easy for you to take great care of your car. Avoid the repair shop by getting your maintenance done at Jiffy Lube. And we now offer brakes, tires, tune-ups, and minor repairs at most stores.
So head to Jiffy Lube. There's really no reason to take your car anywhere else.
A true partner in your health dedicates time to understanding your needs. At CenterWell Senior Primary Care, doctors make one-on-one time with you a priority, so you can get all your questions answered and feel more confident in your health care. See how it feels to have a team of senior care experts working together to help you feel your best. CenterWell, it's about time. Schedule a tour today at meetcenterwell.com. That's meetcenterwell.com.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Prison time for a former Marine. 53 degrees, cloudy in downtown Indianapolis. There's no rain to worry about on the radar. Tonight's low down to about 48. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 3:30. Former Marine Jamie Heredia was sentenced to 10 years in prison today for causing a fatal wreck while driving drunk 2 years ago.
Tough because you have to try to explain to the family these number of years does not mean or equate or value the life of your loved one. This is
Marion County Deputy Prosecutor Joe Cermak. Ashley and Grant Lansdale are who died in the wreck. After getting credit for time served plus probation, Heredia is going to be in prison for less than 5 years. Unas Saeed was arrested today in Texas, charged with attempting to provide information to help out ISIS. FBI Special Agent Douglas Williams says they found several pro-Hamas messages on things like his phone and computer.
Our JTTF uncovered multiple social media accounts used by Saeed, which clearly displayed his continued support for ISIS and his encouragement of their violent acts.
The FBI also says he researched places to carry out attacks in both Houston and other spots in the U.S. He'd faces up to 20 years in the federal pen if convicted. The Department of Homeland Security now has some guidelines when it comes to AI. Fox's Jared Halpern reports.
With power grids and water systems increasingly deploying artificial intelligence, DHS has released a framework to address vulnerabilities from natural disasters and cyber attacks. The framework was put together by public and private sector stakeholders, including AI developers and consumer protection advocates. Among the recommendations, strongly vetting hardware and software suppliers to protect physical security and data centers. The framework comes as Congress considers potential regulations and legislation for AI developers. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
The intersection of Emerson Avenue and Thompson Road on the southeast side will be down to one lane for the rest of today.
We imagine that the volume would make people want to avoid the intersection if possible today, maybe deferring at Arlington or at Shelbyville Road to get around that intersection in a different way.
Ben Easley with Citizens Energy Group says they're working to repair a water main valve underneath that intersection. It's supposed to be taken care of before your rush hour tomorrow morning. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 3:32.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 463-251-1912. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 463-251-1912. That's 463-251-1912.
With traffic at 3:33, what's going on, Matt Bear?
Looking at the west side, Harrison, southbound 465, stop-and-go traffic from Washington Street to Sam Jones Expressway. That's a construction zone until early Monday morning. Inbound 65, slow. MLK to Meridian Penn, 6-minute delay. Inbound 69, stop-and-go from 106th Street to 82nd. Eastbound 465, northeast side, starting to grind from Westfield Boulevard over to Allisonville Road, and a crash on the east side. This is German Church at East 56th Street. Traffic sponsored by Royal Spa. Royal Spa hot tubs are simply better. Come into any of their locations and make the salesperson prove the superiority of the Royal Spa product. Discover more at royalspa.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Thanks, Matt. And here's your forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
As we make our way into Thursday evening, cloudy skies will remain, and there might even be a very slight chance of a few light showers overnight. Low temperature around 48 degrees, winds out of the west-northwest at 5 to 10. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Drew Narsutis for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox, on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
The Hammer and Nigel Show. My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there with a very special guest on the hotline.
Great follow on social media. From Outkick is Danny Z, Dan Zakshevsky. So we had you on about a month ago, Dan, and you had this story about the San Jose State women's volleyball team that has this biological dude that's out there spiking it on chicks' heads like Gaylord Fokker in the swimming pool, and all hell was breaking loose. You were the one that kind of brought that story to the forefront here. So a lot has happened since the last time we've had you on. Take me through what all is happening now with this biological dude that is on the San Jose State women's volleyball team.
Yeah, so we got word yesterday that 12 women have filed a lawsuit naming the Mountain West Conference, which obviously is where the conference which San Jose State plays. We've seen 4 different schools forfeit 6 total games against San Jose State, which has put San Jose State second in the conference, which would give them a bye automatically straight to the semifinals of the conference tournament that starts in 2 weeks, which is not ideal. Right? Because you've got a team with a biological male on it that is currently poised to at least finish in the top 4 of the conference and has a real shot to get the conference's only bid into the NCAA tournament. It works a lot like, I'm sure most people don't know, but the NCAA volleyball tournament works a lot like the NCAA basketball tournament. There are automatic bids for conference tournament winners. Then there's a committee that selects all the at-larges. None of the Mountain West schools are poised to get an at-large bid. So really it's a one-bid league. Listeners might be pretty familiar with that term. And basically this lawsuit says that, A, they want Blair Fleming, who is the transgender player, either disqualified from the conference tournament. They want San Jose State possibly disqualified for the conference tournament. Or if all else fails, they want the losses that were granted because of the forfeits to be taken away from the teams that forfeited, and the wins that San Jose State got from the forfeits to be taken away, because essentially these women were just exercising their First Amendment rights to free speech, which was a protest against Blair Fleming playing for San Jose State. So still a lot to be decided in the next 2 weeks before the tournament starts, but that's kind of where we stand right now.
Go back to the forfeits for just 1 second, Dan. Did the schools that forfeited, did they give an official statement, a written excuse as to why they were not playing San Jose State?
So far, only one school, the University of Nevada, Reno. The players actually put out a statement and cited fairness in women's sports and not wanting to compete against a transgender player. The other three schools simply said that they weren't going to play the games, but of course we know the reason why they didn't play the games. Yes. But only Nevada has specifically cited safety and fairness in women's sports.
Have we heard from the coach of San Jose State or the player in question?
We've heard nothing from the player in question. Blair Fleming does not have any social media or has an Instagram account, but hasn't posted in 2 years or something. Blair Fleming has consistently refused to speak out. Todd Kress, the head coach of the San Jose State team, has started to talk a little bit. In fact, I texted with him a few days ago, just asking him general questions about, obviously there are these allegations of favoritism. And Todd Kress said that he, quote, stands with marginalized groups, and he's seen so much discrimination in his life against people he knows that he feels like he has a duty to stand up for racial and social justice. Essentially, it sounded to me, now I don't want to put words in his mouth, but it sounded like an admission that, yeah, he does show favoritism for Blair Fleming because he feels bad that Blair Fleming is going through this as a transgender person.
Okay, yeah, so the whole favoritism thing kind of caught me off guard there. Where are these claims coming from? Are they coming from the teammates of San Jose State or other folks in the university?
Yeah, the crux of that is coming from Brooke Slusser, who has spoken out, Melissa Beatty-Smoose, the assistant coach who was suspended indefinitely and remains on suspension currently for speaking out. And then there were two former San Jose State players on this lawsuit, one of whom claims that she lost her scholarship that she was promised because she plays the same position as Blair Fleming and wasn't able to beat out Blair Fleming. Another claims that she would not have transferred to San Jose State had she known the facts about who was on the team prior to that transfer. So that's where the favoritism stuff is coming in. There are four either current or former San Jose State volleyball members as part of this lawsuit.
And Dan, I certainly understand. I don't have any problem with anybody that's feels sorry for or supports marginalized groups. I think gender dysphoria is a real thing. Parents are going through it with their kids. I couldn't even begin to imagine what that's like. But there's a difference between supporting or standing up for marginalized groups and letting biological males in the locker room with females, right?
Yeah, so I totally agree with you. These aren't mutually exclusive items. We can feel bad for Blair Fleming because obviously this is a very confused young person. And this is a young person, right? We're talking about someone in their early 20s who is obviously going through quite a difficult time. But we can feel bad that some kids are born with cerebral palsy, but they don't get to play shortstop for the New York Yankees, right? Like, we can feel bad. We can say this is, a terrible thing that's happening to them, but we can't then allow the feelings of that person to supersede everything else around us. It's kind of back to when I was a kid, when you guys were kids, there was a lot more life isn't fair talk. I don't feel like we get that anymore. It's a lot more of you can do whatever you want.
Right.
Heck, you feel like a girl, you can be a girl. You feel this way, you do whatever you want. I think we need to go back to life isn't fair sometimes.
Right. And one more thing on this, Dan, before we move on to some other stuff here. When San Jose State goes on the road, are people in the crowd saying anything? Are there any heckling? Is there any parents yelling, "This is bull crap"? Is there a dad of one of these girls on the other team that is seeing a biological man go up and spike it on their girls? Has there been any chatter from the crowd?
So we've seen some of that. A colleague of mine, Alejandro Avila for Outkick, went to the San Diego State match last week. There were some signs, save women's sports, stuff like that. And he reported actually that there was a chant that said there was no men in women's sports. And a masked woman wearing a mask 4 years after COVID went up to security and demanded that they throw them out. And security did go up to them and say that they were violating Mountain West rules for a personalized verbal attack, which is kind of interesting because they've never actually admitted that Blair Fleming is transgender, born male. But if in order for that to be a personalized verbal attack, it feels like you kind of have to know who they're referring to when they say no men in women's sports, right?
Right. Oh, man, this is a mess. Dan Zakshesky of Outkick with us. Real quick here before we let you go, we've got our own mess here in Indianapolis, and it's our professional football team. The Indianapolis Colts, they benched Anthony Richardson. Richardson claims he was never told why, but it sounds like this was a combination of him not taking film sessions seriously, tapping out of a game, and not playing really well. They bring in old balls Joe Flacco. He's just as bad, throws pick after pick. 2 weeks go by. We're back with Anthony Richardson here in Indy. From a outsider's perspective, right? From a national writer's perspective, what are you seeing with what's going on here in Indy?
Well, I think it was crazy to go to Joe Flacco in the first place, if I'm being totally honest. I think the Colts need to be realistic with who they are and what they are, which is not a team that's going to compete for a Super Bowl this season. So we're going with Joe because he gives us the best chance to win this season. Is that true? Like maybe marginally he was a better option for week 8, week 9 when he started. But, I mean, is he enough of a better option to give up on your number 4 overall pick from last year? I don't think so. But I wonder, guys, if there's something deeper going on here because it feels like a coach's decision to go with Flacco. Like, look, I'm in practice every day. I'm in these film sessions. I think Flacco, veteran, better player. And he says, like, Joe's our quarterback going forward. Then 2 weeks later, after the Colts have lost a couple games, it's like, oh, Richardson's our guy going forward. That seems more to me like a front office or an ownership call. Like, look, if we're going to lose, we might as well lose with the guy we drafted 4th overall. So I don't know. I don't have any inside info. You guys would know more about the inner workings of the team than I do. But from an outsider, when you see a team go to a veteran from the rookie or from the young guy back to the young guy, it almost seems like there's an inner power struggle at play. Again, I don't know that. It's just speculation, but that's what it seems like.
Right. It feels like a suspension to us, right? Because the Colts don't give you any sort of information at all. They come from that Bill Belichick school of just making crap up. It feels like this was an unofficial suspension, and had Joe Flacco not just been ass, he'd probably still be sitting on the bench. That's what it feels like to us anyway.
Yeah, I that makes sense to me. Again, like you said, the Colts haven't said anything about it. I don't know why they would come out and say, Steichen would come out and say, he's our guy moving forward. That makes it sound like he's the starter for the rest of the season and then come back 2 weeks later.
Right.
That actually explanation makes a lot of sense. I don't know. I mean, I thought it was funny during the broadcast when they went to the sideline reporter, I think CBS, for a report on Richardson. Like, he has been really engaged in this game, and they got to Richardson, and he's yawning on the side. Whoa, he's engaged. My goodness, he's having the time of his life.
What's coming up on Outkick? What are you working on?
Hey, man, still following the San Jose State story. I got my bets coming out, though, my NFL picks. I was cold as hell to start the season, 15-5 over the last 4 weeks. So
let's go.
I think I'm on a bit of a heater.
Let's go. Check him out on Outkick. And tomorrow, Danny Z and I will be going a little back and forth on the Dan Dockich program, Don't At Me. So you can check that out on Outkick as well. Dan Zakshesky, my man, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thanks, guys. Anytime.
It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Galaxy Concrete Coatings, I'm telling you, these guys are the best. I needed a new coating over my old, unmaintained, cracked, dirty garage floor. And Galaxy Concrete Coatings came in little as a day, gave me something 4 times as stronger. It's a gritty surface. It's not slippery. So easy to clean. And the best part is it's not epoxy, which is like the old stuff the other guys use. It's way better. They use polyurea, the new premium standard for coatings. Lifetime warranty. And I'm having them back out to the house to come into my basement to have a look at the concrete floor in my furnace room. Check out their website, see some pictures, get a quote, galaxyconcretecoatings.com, or call them 751-9070.
As summer fades and the cool breeze of fall sets in, it's the perfect time to get back to the basics, especially when it comes to your financial future. At Howard Bailey Financial, we believe in simplifying your retirement plan. Our team of advisors help you build a customized retirement strategy that is designed to help reduce risk, increase income, and mitigate tax. Whether you're just starting out or looking to refine your plan, we're here to guide you every step of the way. It's never too early or too late to make sure your financial future is secure. Text BASICS to 888-494-5004 to download your complimentary retirement planning toolkit today. That's BASICS to 888-494-5004. Howard Bailey Financial. Back to the basics. Forward to your future. Howard Bailey Securities LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
Your home is your sanctuary. Get the peace of mind you deserve with a free estimate on a Generac automatic standby generator for your home from Generator Supercenter, the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer. With expert installation and 24-hour monitoring, Generator Supercenter won't leave you in the dark. Financing is available. Take control of your power today with Generator Supercenter. Call 317-827-0808. Generator Supercenter of Indianapolis, 317-827-0808.
My husband Bob has Parkinson's and he needs more help now, and I need more support to help him. Thanks to Indiana Pathways for Aging, we're getting the support we need to help him right here at home, like with meal prep and basic personal care and even respite support for me.
Pathways provides Hoosier Medicaid members, age 60 and over, support for care their way, so they can live life their way. To learn more, eligible members call 87-PATHWAY-4 or visit in.gov/pathways.
Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Are you being audited or investigated? Has the IRS sent you a letter demanding payment? You may not owe what they claim. Make this free call to the tax doctor now. Let them negotiate with the IRS on your behalf. Call 800-631-9123, 800-631-9123. That's 800-631-9123.
Have you lost Indiana Medicaid? At healthcare.gov, you can find a low-cost quality health plan.
Do plans cover doctor visits?
What about emergency care?
And prescriptions?
All covered and more. Plus, with the new law, 4 out of 5 customers can find a plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Enroll today for coverage starting the 1st of next month. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
If your loved one has stopped seeing friends because hearing loss prevents the use of the telephone, please help them by visiting RelayIndiana.com. RelayIndiana.com provides captioned telephones that allow the hard of hearing to have phone conversations through voice recognition technology. The other person's words appear on an easy-to-read screen. Help your loved one stay in touch with their family and friends by getting them the CapTel captioned telephone from Relay Indiana. Learn more at RelayIndiana.com.
Any heating and air conditioning problem you've got, we can take care of you. 317-577-8077.
Family Heating and Air is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Don't miss the Flying Toasters 20th anniversary celebration Saturday, November 16th at the Paramount Theater in Anderson with special guest 45 RPM. Tickets available at theflyingtoasters.com.
Royal Spa hot tubs are simply better. Come into any of our locations and make the salesperson prove the superiority of the Royal Spa product.
Royal Spa.
Join WIBC this Saturday for the Home and Garden Show live from Sullivan Hardware and Garden at 71st and Keystone from 9 to 1 for Turkey Fest. Come sample Thanksgiving sides and gobble up some turkey at Turkey Fest with Sullivan Hardware and Garden and 93 WIBC.
All right, Matt Bear, what's going on?
West Side, southbound 465 stop and go traffic from Rockville Road to Sam Jones Expressway. That is a construction zone until early Monday morning. Southbound 65 is slow, Whitestown Parkway in Boone County. Eastbound 465 stop and go, Westfield Boulevard to the White River. East side northbound 465 slow from Penn Pike up to 69 and inbound 69 a little bit sluggish before 96 to 82nd Street. Crash northwest side Pike Plaza Road east of Muller Way. Traffic sponsored by Royal Spa. Royal Spa hot tubs are simply better hot tubs. 24-hour water filtration, purification, and aeration means better water quality. Natural minerals and Epsom salts means better relaxation. Discover more at royalspa.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Right now, gray skies. It's 53 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. So, Nigel, you're familiar with The Onion, right?
Yeah, long-time satirical website. Puts out kind of fake news. Fake news! But it's just funny. It's meant to be a parody.
Right.
Yeah.
It feels like over the last 5-10 years, it's gone super left. It used to just be wacky stuff. Feels like it's gone really left over the last couple of years.
Okay.
But they were the winners of this auction for all of the InfoWars stuff from Alex Jones. So there was this bankruptcy auction, and this was backed by the families of the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting victims.
Yeah, they got him for like $1 billion for all the stuff he said about it.
And part of the liquidation, if you will, was getting all of the InfoWars stuff out of that building. No more InfoWars, no more Alex Jones on InfoWars. And The Onion has bought the rights to everything. So we'll see how this plays out. Alex Jones himself put out a video earlier today.
I just got word 15 minutes ago. The folks met with the U.S. trustee over our bankruptcy this morning, and they said they're shutting us down even without a court order. This morning, the Connecticut Democrats with the Onion newspaper bought us. They asked, did they outbid? They said, well, it was competitive. So they changed all the bidding rules, made it secret 2 days ago. I had a bad feeling. I told you that. And just like they tried to shut us down back in late May without a court order, they're supposed to have a court order. There's going to be injunctions filed. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to be here until they come in here and turn the lights off. And I'm going to say, where's your court order? This is the tyranny of the New World Order, desperate to silence the American people. The mandate of Trump against all the lawfare, they don't care. So the system still thinks it's in charge. God bless you all for your support. Please support our sponsors so we get funds to stay on the air at the Alex Jones Network, thealexjonestore.com. Take action. I need your support. InfoWars is really the detonator for this whole global movement that's happening. Your support did that. You're the reason it's happening. You are the resistance. God bless and good luck.
Was that off X? Did you get that audio off X? Or
yes.
Was that okay? So see, that's the thing. I mean, InfoWars is his website. It's his baby. But I was watching him earlier before the show. He was broadcasting for like 3 hours via X, not Infowars.com. But he had 500,000 people watching him.
You don't need the website or the name anymore, do you?
Well, he would argue that that doesn't matter. It's being taken, being taken away from me, like my free speech, like my First Amendment rights. But I will say he still has an audience, man. And he had been talking for 3 hours by the time I clicked on Alex Jones. Oh, wait, here he is right now. He's still talking. Or at least it's somebody else on there now. I don't know. 500,000 at least watching him.
Why don't you call him up, Nige? Because last time I checked, you and Alex Jones were pretty good buddies, right?
Hey, Alex.
Hey, Nigel Beto, it's great to be here. My whole office listens to you guys and loves you. And all I want to say is, Obama, Obama.
Oh, boy.
It's back in Texas, right?
That was back at South by Southwest, yeah.
It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
Holidays will be here before we know it. Maybe you've already started shopping for someone on your list. AAA Hoosier Motor Club inviting you to join them, help make sure some local kids in need get gifts through the Toys for Tots program. AAA giving you the chance to send a holiday message of hope to Central Indy's less fortunate kids.
And as a thank you for donating to Toys for Tots, current AAA members will receive 25% off any merchandise in the travel store or adding someone to your AAA membership featuring their fabulous 24/7, 365 days a year roadside assistance for just $25. And non-members who donate will have the opportunity for early access to a special holiday offer, a classic AAA membership for just $50. Help local children in need this holiday season and secure your peace of mind with a AAA membership. Donate to Toys for Tots at AAA. Visit AAA.com or find the AAA store near you.
Your business needs a network it can count on.
Power's out.
Comcast Business has you covered with Wi-Fi backup to help keep your business up and running, even when your power goes out.
Everybody in the warehouse good? Lights are out, but the Wi-Fi's up. Let's power on.
It's from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
Break room, you good?
Can't microwave my burrito, but Wi-Fi's fine. Let's power on.
Power on with the leader in connectivity, Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Learn how to get Comcast Business Internet and Security Edge plus Wi-Fi backup for $59 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement when you add Comcast Business Unlimited Mobile. And ask how to get up to a $600 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call or go online today. Ends 11/17/24. Restrictions apply. New customers only with 300 megabit per second internet, Security Edge, and Wi-Fi backup. Eagle bill and auto pay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change.
One of the real advantages that we have here at Hendricks is the scope of the services that we have to offer in orthopedics.
Whether they have a hip fracture or they're a high-functioning athlete, we're all working towards the same thing.
To have them be able to have an elective surgery safely and then go home also in a safe fashion is of utmost importance.
We very much want everyone to get back to doing everything that they were doing beforehand. We're really invested in it.
Unstoppable orthopedic care. Learn more at hendricks.org/ortho.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out. Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out. Oh, Downy the rinse straight. Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Fights odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
This Thanksgiving at Total Wine & More, find bourbons and Cabernets that you adore. Our helpful guides are so friendly and nice. So many bottles to try at the lowest price. So gather with friends as you sit down to eat. Grateful for all who made Thanksgiving complete.
With curbside pickup and delivery available and the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find. Only at Total Wine & More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah?
I can't tell my mom. She'll never understand. I mean, how was I supposed to know he would share it with the whole school?
You can't help what you don't know. Tell the teens in your life they can talk to you about what's happening online.
Hey, you know you can tell me anything, right?
Okay, I need to show you something.
Learn more about online safety at InternetCrimesAgainstKids.com. A message from the Indiana Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, sponsored by the Indiana State Police.
Coming up in 2 minutes, a Marine accused of drunk driving was given a 10-year prison sentence today. John Herrick reports on the NFL Combine staying in Indianapolis just a little bit longer and why gasoline has been on the cheaper end lately. Those stories and more all coming up after Fox News Radio from the Technology Recycler Studios. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 4 o'clock.
Support for ISIS in Texas. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. The FBI says a terror suspect now in custody bragged about wanting to plan a 9/11-style attack.
He admitted to discussing how best to conduct an attack on local military recruiting centers. He admitted to wanting to use explosives to commit a mass killing here in Houston.
FBI Special Agent in Charge Doug Williams, the 28-year-old suspect, is charged with attempting to provide material support to ISIS. Sources just telling Fox News President-elect Trump is expected to nominate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to be health secretary. No announcement yet. President Biden on his way to South America for the first of 2 back-to-back summits with foreign leaders.
The incoming president is already making calls of his own. According to Bloomberg, Trump gave his cell phone number to the Indonesian leader in a call this week and said, "Call anytime you want." Trump is still a bit haunted by career government officials leaking transcripts of his calls during his first term. So reportedly, he is flouting procedure and calling folks directly. He has already had a call with Chinese President Xi Jinping, who Biden is set to meet with on Saturday.
Fox's Jackie Heinrich at the White House. Florida now suing the federal government over FEMA hurricane workers bypassing the homes of Trump supporters.
Now that a fired FEMA supervisor admits to a podcaster she was telling workers to avoid knocking on doors in a hurricane-stricken Florida community where the property had Trump campaign signage, the state of Florida is suing. State Attorney General Ashley Moody claims the acts of former FEMA employee Marnie Washington interfered with Floridian civil rights and is seeking damages. The suit filed in federal court names both Washington and FEMA Director Deanne Criswell as defendants.
Fox's Eben Brown. A late sell-off on Wall Street. The Dow down 207 points. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A sentencing for a former Marine, 53 degrees, pretty much completely cloudy over the circle. The radar not showing much rain around Indy, though it is looking gloomy outside. If you are getting some rain, it's probably just a light sprinkle. You'll have low temps in the 40s tonight. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 4:02. A former Marine given a 10-year sentence this morning for a crash prosecutors say was caused by him driving a government vehicle while drunk. Grant and Ashley Lansdale were the ones killed in the wreck.
You never get what you want to. That's the best we got. We got to move on with our lives. And he did admit to killing two wonderful people.
Ashley's father, Pat Ross, who would have liked a longer sentence for Jamie Herdia. He was the man sentenced earlier today with time already served and probation. Herdia will serve less than 5 years behind bars. A one-year contract extension will keep the NFL Combine in Indianapolis. John Hayrick reports.
In 2022, both the city of Indianapolis and the NFL agreed to a 2-year extension, and this is now the second consecutive one-year extension. This one keeps the Combine in Indianapolis through 2026. It's been in Indianapolis since 1987. Cities like Dallas and Los Angeles have expressed interest in the past in hosting the Combine. Reporting in downtown Indianapolis, John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
In Indiana, gas is the cheapest it's been since January.
So we've seen energy prices and gas prices coming down steadily, really over the last 2 or 3 years, ever since sort of peak inflation.
IU economist Kyle Anderson talking with Wish TV. That peak inflation, you might remember, gasoline nearly averaged $5 a gallon in Indiana. It's obviously much cheaper than that now, thank goodness. Anderson says several factors have played into those lower prices, although the presidential election and the results of Donald Trump being reelected have nothing to do with it, at least for now, according to Anderson. You can expect delays at the intersection of Thompson Road and Emerson Avenue on the southeast side today.
That's to prepare the site for some underground water line upgrades that we are making at and near that intersection tonight.
Ben Easley with Citizens Energy Group says it's not a full closure, but with it being a busy intersection, you may just want to steer clear of it. He expects full road restrictions to be done by rush hour tomorrow morning. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 4:04.
Lynn just hates painting in the fall, so she called Rhino Shield.
It is a single-wide manufactured home. We moved from our home, which we had the Rhino Shield on. Rhino Shield was what we were going to do. That was no question. We knew we were going to do it.
Rhino Shield's a ceramic coating. It's not paint, it's better.
The Rhino Shield representative came and we discussed what we wanted done. And this time we had the roof done as well.
Formulated for our specific climate here in Indy and comes with a 25-year transferable warranty.
We truly believe in this product.
Now get the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 15% off the regular price. Plus, there's more great news. Rhino Shield is partnered with Green Sky Financing to offer no payments until 2026 for qualified buyers. Here's Rhino Shield Shane Smith.
Call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint. Go Rhino.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
With traffic on the 5s at 4:05, here's Matt Baer.
Boone County southbound 65, stop-and-go traffic from County Road 550 south to Whitestown Parkway. Northeast side eastbound 465, it does slow from Keystone Avenue to Allisonville Road. East side northbound 465, slow roll-off Penn Pike up to 69. Inbound 65, stop-and-go traffic from the White River Bridge to Meridian Penn. That is a 14-minute delay. Eastbound 70, stop-and-go traffic from Belmont to the South Split. West side southbound 465, stop-and-go traffic, Rockville Road to Sam Jones Expressway. It's a construction zone until early Monday morning. Traffic sponsored by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. They've teamed up with the Indiana Fever and Common Threads to provide local schools with information for nutritious meal preparation. Learn more at anthem.com/fever. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies Incorporated. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And here's your forecast for the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
As we make our way into Thursday evening, cloudy skies will remain, and there might even be a very slight chance of a few light showers overnight. Low temperature around 48 degrees, winds out of the west-northwest at 5 to 10. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Drew Narsutis for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
All right. Let's not waste any time, Hammer.
Waste being the key word here, Nige.
Mr. Attorney General of Indiana, Todd Rokita, wiped the floor with Destiny Wells in the election. Kick off some legal stuff.
Legal stuff.
Crime, punishment, judges, legal stuff.
Legal stuff.
So Funky Todd Rokita is going after some horrendous sewer conditions in an Indy area apartment complex.
Good.
Channel 6 RTV had a story about this, about these people that were living in these apartment buildings and raw sewage was just coming out of their sinks, popping up, foaming up, and had been doing this for months. So Todd Rokita's team announced the lawsuit and said during their visit, investigators found open sewer conditions which were reported to the EPA's response center. Now, this isn't the first time this apartment complex, the Hubbard Gardens Apartments, has had a little issue. Back in September, that's when this first started happening. So imagine, Nige, you're sitting there, you're watching the Colts game, you're watching the Pacers game, and all of a sudden, what's that smell? You go back to your sink, and nothing but sewage is flooding up from the drain.
And that's not something, even if it disappears or even if there's a temporary Band-Aid, that smell doesn't disappear.
No.
Either. Yeah, these slumlords ought to be... I'm so glad there's a lawsuit going on right now because this stuff happens all the time, it seems like.
Right. The lawsuit alleges that the Hubbard Garden Apartments had 89 citations from the Marion County Health Department from January 1st of 23 to October 4th of this past year, including failure to ensure basic occupancy standards due to severe plumbing issues, and flooding of tenants' apartments and common areas with raw sewage.
It's not like the people that live in these places can go anywhere else. They don't have anywhere else to go. And the people that own these apartment complexes, who are, I'm sure, corporations that aren't even based out of Indiana, are taking advantage of that fact. And absolutely, good on Todd Rokita for going after them. And I hope these, I don't know, it's really sad. It's awful.
It is.
It's people living in those conditions like that.
And for them to be complaining, saying, hey, will somebody please help us fix this? This has been going on for a long time now. And whoever owns these apartments, I hope Rokita takes them to the cleaners, man. No pun intended. I hope he gets all the money from these people, and whoever's living in these hellholes gets something and they're better off. I don't know how it's going to play out, but these things can't stay open. More legal stuff here. And this may be one of my favorite stories of the year.
Oh, the year.
Of the year. Dateline, California. Police say shocking footage of a bear tearing apart a Rolls Royce was actually an insurance fraud attempt featuring a person in a bear costume.
I thought you were going to say a real bear broke into a Rolls-Royce dealership and trashed the place.
4 guys in California claimed that a bear climbed into a Rolls-Royce, damaged the interior, and they submitted all of these images of scratches and dents as evidence. Now, they also were aware that there was a camera on the area where the car was. So to make it look like a bear really did this, these morons, they got a bear suit and they went out there and started attacking this car. They got like some claws on their hands, scratching at it, thinking that, oh, the insurance company will buy that this was a bear and we'll get the money for the insurance. But then the authorities looked at the video and they noticed a few discrepancies. One, I don't think bears smoke cigarettes. Number 2, these bears seem to be walking with pretty good posture. And
great posture there.
Once they finally got a warrant to search the apartment of the guys claiming that the bear did this to the Rolls Royce, guess what they found when they walked into the apartment, Nige?
Bear suit?
The bear suit! The freaking bear suit!
I'm looking at it right now. It's the most obvious. It's like they ordered it for $49.99 on Amazon. They typed in bear suit in Amazon, and this is what came up.
This is quite possibly the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. The 4 suspects have been arrested under suspicion of insurance fraud. And again, imagine the conversation that took place with these masterminds. They're probably sitting around their living room. They're thinking, man, bills are due. We don't have a lot of money. How do we get some money? One dumbass raises his hand. So what if one of our cars was damaged by a bear? Well, that's great, Kenny, but where are we going to find a bear? Well, what if we dressed like a bear? Like, these are the real conversations these people had, and they found a bear suit.
You're exactly right. One guy raised his hand, hey, let's destroy the Rolls Royce and make it look like a bear did it. Okay, where are we going to find a bear? Oh, we don't have to find a bear. Just type in bear suit on Amazon.
Right.
Let me see here.
Here's what I want to have happen.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to go around the horn here. Allison, get ready to pull your microphone close. I want everybody to do their best impression of what it would sound like if you were in a bear suit ravaging this vehicle. You're tearing apart a Rolls Royce as a bear, as a person in a bear suit, okay? Nige, you go first.
Oh, me? Oh.
Yes. So first of all, you turned into an Ewok. Second of all, it sounded like you were taking a dump. I've heard that coming from that unisex bathroom before. All right, here's mine. Now keep in mind, I'm in full bear suit, right?
I got you.
Ah! Ah!
I feel like that would cause more attention.
And like I almost yelled, "I'm a bear!" But I don't think that's something bears would say. So Allison, we turn to you.
Oh.
You sound like you were trying to scare somebody, like you were behind the bushes and you were trying to, somebody's trying to put a bag of poop on your porch. Ah!
I'm so used to shooing away bears, it's hard for me to get in character as a
right,
bear.
you sound like you were shooing away a bear.
Ah! Allison.
Here comes Allison.
Here comes Allison. Okay. Roar! Only you can prevent wildfires.
Roar!
Why? Did I hear an Irish accent seep out there? Only you can prevent fire.
It was a creative choice by Allison to go with an Irish bear. Yes,
that is Smokey the Bear, right?
Great moments in guys in bear suit history. I don't have audio from this because there really isn't any, but that scene in The Shining where she's running through the house and she looks into that one room and there's a creepy dude in the bear suit like sitting like on his knees. You know what I'm talking about? Type in bear suit
I'm looking
Shining.
at it right now. Yes, I would have never remembered that if you had not said that. It looks like he was
I know.
doing something with the butler or something.
There's just scary music, so there's no audio for it, but it's creepy as hell.
Good Lord. Yeah.
All right. Here's one in your wheelhouse, Nige. I know it's a movie you love a lot. The Wicker Man, featuring Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites, right up there with The Big Lebowski and The Shining.
This is where Nicolas Cage is in a bear suit, and he runs down and punches a woman.
What is it? What's wrong, sister?
I don't remember that scene.
That's in The Wicker Man. Nicolas Cage in a bear suit punching a woman.
I mean, that's the same movie as The Bees, right?
Correct.
Now, I don't remember that scene.
And last but not least, great moments in guys in bear suit history. In an episode of The Simpsons, Homer owed a favor to his boss, Mr. Burns, so he had to dress like a panda and go into a cave with another panda bear, was ultimately tased and then mounted.
Wait till they see that their rare Chinese panda is nothing but a fat guy in a suit.
Well, it looks like Sim Sim is a little frisky today, so our trainers are going to calm her down. Huh? Don't worry, folks. Because of their thick hides, pandas only feel the slightest tickle from these powerful electric shocks. Oh, she's saying I love you. Hey, there's our resident bull panda, Ping Ping. With any luck, folks, these two will become very, very close, if you know what I mean.
Good Lord.
He just asked Sim Sim to marry him, and I think she just said yes.
Great moments in guys in bear suit history. We haven't done that bit since Mike Pence used to sit in this chair, I believe.
I'm watching the one from Wicker Man right now. It's hilarious.
I mean, he punches the hell out of that woman in the bear suit.
I'm not sure exactly what's going on in the scene, but yeah, he's Nicolas Cage is in the bear suit running upwards, like straight up. He's not like pretending to be a bear on all four.
Right. You clearly know he's in the suit. And he punches the hell out of a woman. Matt Bear.
Oh. All right, looking to northbound 465 on the east side. That stopped after East 56 up to I-69. Northbound 65 out of the north split at Meridian Penn. It is a crash blocking the left lane. We are slow back to rural. Inbound 65 loaded from MLK to Meridian Penn. Eastbound 70 stop and go from Tibbs Avenue into the south split. That's an 11-minute delay. West side southbound 465 stop and go traffic. Rockville Road to Sam Jones Expressway in a construction zone there on the west side, done early Monday morning. Traffic sponsored by Staples Stores, your local Staples Stores. Hot deals and super low prices throughout the store and everything for your business. Save even more with the Easy Rewards program at Staples. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Right now, we've got gray skies, 53 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. Is This Anything is next.
Hey, if you haven't tried Barkeep Vodka yet, you're missing out. It's the cleanest vodka ever. They utilize a new compression filtering process that reduces bite, burn, and aftertaste. Really one of the smoothest vodkas I've ever had. And it's a better value than almost all the other top shelf vodka.
Made in Indy, distilled with corn from Indiana farmers. And if that's not enough, it's just a better product. It's an amazing vodka. Nigel and I know what we're talking about here. So visit any Indiana grocery store, liquor store, or visit barkeepvodka.com. Barkeepvodka.com. Get that list of locations.
At Shane Company, we want you to be the holiday hero. We have so many ways to create unique, fine jewelry gifts. Give a ring or necklace with their favorite gemstone like amethyst or peachy morganite, one to match their eyes, or even pick out their favorite team colors. Customize our North Star charm with the gemstone of your choice for a reminder to follow their own path. Or create a personalized piece with zodiac, birthstone, and diamond letter charms. Visit us in store and shop online at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Nobody cares for you like family. Family heating and air.
We set out to be the very best of the best, and the past couple years we've actually achieved that. For all of the state of Indiana, we've been awarded the Dealer of the Year award twice now. Unlike other brands, that only gets handed to one dealer every year, and we're very proud to have won that twice.
Put the best to work for you at FamilyHVAC.net. Family Heating and Air is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Don't you deserve health care you can count on? Well, you can count on United Healthcare with Medicare plans that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. You can enjoy reliable coverage and low out-of-pocket costs with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. United Healthcare Medicare Advantage plans. Made for Indianapolis, trusted everywhere. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today.
Hey guys, it's Rob Kendall. Give back November 21st at Hi-Fi. Get tickets to a celebrity bartender toast to Moselle Sanders, powered by Jack Daniels. A night of community, Jack Daniels cocktails, and fighting food insecurity. Sample signature cocktails crafted by celebrity bartenders, all working to help raise $10,000 to feed 10,000 people this Thanksgiving through the Moselle Sanders Foundation. Tickets start at $20 with all proceeds benefiting Moselle Sanders Foundation's mission to support families in need. Get tickets at hifiindy.com.
Hey, it's Spencer Thompson at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Now through Monday, it's our 50% off sale. Save 50% off all Smith Brothers, Lazy Boy, Bassett, plus we pay your sales tax, and we even give you more discounts for cash. That's every sofa, recliner, sectional, lift chair, you name it, it's on sale. Now through Monday, only at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus with free delivery.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Earn, save, grow. It's time your money works harder and goes further with a Stockyards Bank and Trust CD. For a limited time, earn 5.15 annual percentage yield with our 5-month CD special. Proudly serving our communities since 1904. Visit any of our 5 Indianapolis area locations or syb.com/IndyCD today and experience the Stockyards Bank difference. 10,000 minimum balance required. Limited time offer. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
This hour on 93 WIBC, powered by Family Heating and Air, your American Standard air dealer in Indianapolis.
Hammer and Nigel presents
It depends upon what the meaning of the word is.
Is this anything?
All right, let's rock and roll.
Do it.
Big Nige, is this anything? A woman gave birth to a baby boy on the floor in the ticketing center of the Miami International Airport.
Man.
Initially,
Really?
first responders thought it was a miscarriage.
Oh, my gosh.
But the baby ended up coming out fine. Here's the conversation between dispatchers and the emergency responders.
Responding to door 3, pregnant female, possible miscarriage outside of door 3 departure.
If it's alive, it's alive? Okay. Hold on. Suction. Hold on.
Rescue 40, your ETA. Baby was delivered. Rescue 40.
Yeah, that's something. Were there people applauding? Did you hear that? Imagine the slew of emotions if you're this woman just running through you. Yeah, I'm at an airport on the concrete floor. I've got strangers gathered around watching me with the legs spread and this baby coming out of me. And I think it's dead. They think they've miscarried. And all of a sudden they say, no, it's alive. It's a baby boy. And then everybody starts clapping.
Right.
Like it's the end of a Coldplay song and you're at Deer Creek. Hey, all right. That is something to be sure. I just couldn't imagine, all the emotions and the fact that you're on the floor at the airport and everybody's kind of circled around just kind of checking you out, watching you give birth.
And I'm willing to bet that the poor janitorial staff at that airport, that might not have been the grossest thing they had to clean up that day. I mean, some of the people and things you see at an airport, wow.
I'll take a placenta any day over what I saw here yesterday.
Is this anything?
Oh, my gosh.
54% of cat owners are concerned about their cat's litter box habits. And
there's a study about this?
Still no cure for cancer. But 54% of cat owners are concerned about their cat's habits in the litter box.
Wow.
Men are more concerned than women. And on top of that, 65% of cat owners say they don't clean the litter box as much as they should.
Oh, I'm probably in that 65%, although I will say, like, I don't understand what cat owners are concerned about their cat's litter box habits. What habits would they be talking about? I don't understand what that is. But I will say we got a giant litter box in our basement, and that was because we had two cats. Unfortunately, one of them, they were brother and brother. They were two brothers. And Lacey passed away like a year and a half ago. It'll be 2 years coming up. So I don't get down there and clean it out every day. Cat owners that are professionals, maybe you have something to say about that at Hammer and Nigel. If you think I should be down there cleaning it every day, it's a giant cat box. I keep it filled with cat litter.
Sure.
I also keep some dry cat food down there and an additional bowl of water. But I don't think it needs emptied every day. Am I wrong on that? For one cat and a giant, it's not like it's one of those tiny little ones that it's a big one.
I'm not an everyday cat cleaner. I'm not. I'm with you. Every other day is fine. Not gonna lie, sometimes if you forget, it could be 2 days, but it gets done multiple times a week.
And do you give your cats a bath? Have you ever?
Once. The rest of the time we use these like wipes. Like we have these like vet wipes, you know, that can
really?
clean the cat down.
I've never given Gary, we've had him since 2017, 2018 maybe. I've never given, it's an indoor cat. We don't let it out.
Right. Have you ever gone over to a buddy's house who has like a kitty litter, took a dump in it, and then not said a word and just see if your buddy says anything? Like he thinks there's something wrong with his cat because there's a human poop in there?
I think George Clooney did that to Brad Pitt once. Or vice versa.
That was the deleted scene from Ocean's 11.
Yeah,
that was
right.
That was actually how they were supposed to celebrate robbing the Bellagio.
All right,
actually.
two things I want to know before we hit a break is should I be cleaning out this giant cat litter box more than I do? And do I need to give Gary a bath? He's an indoor cat.
Hammer and Nigel.
Yes, please.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
We know that around the holidays, things don't always go as planned. That's why Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles, the best warranty around. So make memories this season in a Hubler quality pre-owned vehicle. Shop drivehubler.com or any of our 12 locations. Every Hubler Q certified vehicle is covered by a 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty and includes a 128-point vehicle inspection, plus a free Carfax history report. Choose from over 2,000 Chevys, Fords, GMCs, Buicks, Nissans, Acuras, Mazdas, Hondas, and many more. All makes and models. Certified luxury, even the hard-to-find ones. No matter where your plans take you, spread cheer all season long, knowing Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles. Happy holidays, Indiana. Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 12 locations. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Life insurance is one of those things that just about everybody needs, but few people actually have. Hey, if you die unexpectedly without life insurance, guess what? You'll leave your family with even a bigger mess. Life insurance will help replace your family's income. It'll help cover burial expenses. Life insurance can even help pay off debt like credit cards and medical bills. Life insurance can even pay for college. And if you own a business and you die, life insurance can help your business from collapsing. It can even help cover estate taxes. Life insurance has never been more affordable and needed. Plus, you can always shop around even if you have a plan and save some money. So call the Life Insurance Quote Line right now for free pricing information.
800-917-8730.
800-917-8730. 800-917-8730. That's 800-917-8730.
One of the real advantages that we have here at Hendricks is the scope of the services that we have to offer in orthopedics.
Whether they have a hip fracture or they're a high-functioning athlete, we're all working towards the same thing.
To have them be able to have an elective surgery safely and then go home also in a safe fashion is of utmost importance.
We very much want everyone to get back to doing everything that they're doing beforehand. We're really invested in it.
Unstoppable orthopedic care. Learn more at hendricks.org/ortho.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
How much time he'll serve? 53 degrees, cloudy over the circle, all clear on your radar. Low temperatures drop just below 50 tonight. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 4:31. It's 5 years in prison for a U.S. Marine when he drove his car into a Fisher's teacher and her husband at nearly 80 miles an hour. Ashley Lansdale's father, Pat Ross, spoke about the impact of the crash during court proceedings.
You never get what you want to. That's the best we got. We got to move on with our lives. And he did admit to killing two wonderful people. And to get that time is the best we can get.
Jamie Heredia was driving a government-issued car July 11th, 2022. He told police he'd been drinking the night before and had one beer before the crash. He's going to be out of prison in less than 5 years. The intersection of Emerson Avenue and Thompson Road on the southeast side of Indianapolis will be down to one lane for the rest of today.
We imagine that the volume would make people want to avoid the intersection if possible today, maybe deferring at Arlington or at Shelbyville Road to get around that intersection in a different way.
Ben Easley with Citizens Energy Group says they're working to repair a water main valve underneath that intersection. It should be taken care of by the time you drive to work tomorrow, so you shouldn't have to worry about that. The selection of Matt Gaetz to be President-elect Trump's nominee for Attorney General has shocked some members of Congress, according to Fox's Ryan Schmelz.
A Senate confirmation for Congressman Matt Gaetz could be an uphill climb to get the necessary 50 votes to become Attorney General. Republican Senator Mike Rounds of South Dakota is one of those not committing to approving Gaetz.
We always allow the president to have the benefit of the doubt, but we still have to do our role in terms of due diligence.
Some Democrats believe Gaetz is unqualified for the job, while those backing the pick say he can help reform the Department of Justice. President-elect Trump has floated using what's called recess appointments for his nominees, which allows nominees to be seated without Senate approval. On Capitol Hill, Ryan Schmelz, Fox News.
A one-year contract extension is going to keep the NFL Combine in Indianapolis through 2026. The league announced the extension Thursday. Indy has been hosting the event since 1987, despite recently cities like Dallas and L.A. talking about hosting. And at the closing bell, not the best day in the market. The Dow was down by 207, closing at 43,750. The NASDAQ also down, dropping by 123 points to 19,107. And the S&P 500 fell by 36, finishing at 5,949. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 4:33.
It's starting to be fall in Indiana, the perfect time to tackle home projects you've been putting off before winter arrives. With Moss Roofing by your side, you don't have to do it alone. They're ready to assist with your roofing and siding needs, ensuring your home is safe and ready for the holidays. Let Moss Roofing, M-O-S-S, mossroofing.com, give your home a serious glow up with premium James Hardy siding, tough enough to face Indiana's wild weather and stylish enough to turn heads on your block. And the best part, their free inspections come with a 3D design preview so you could see your home's stunning makeover before the work begins. Contact Moss Roofing for a job done right every shingle time at Moss Roofing, M-O-S-S, mossroofing.com, or call 317-747-3665. Moss Roofing, 317-747-3665. That's 747-3665. Or online at Moss, M-O-S-S, mossroofing.com. And don't forget, tell them Tony Katz sent you.
With traffic at 4:34, what's going on, Matt Bear?
Harrison, I'm looking at a crash coming out of the North Split. It's on northbound 65 at Meridian Penn. Right now, the left lane is closed and traffic is jammed up through the North Split, then slow back to Rural Street. To make that Rural Street trip right now, past that crash site, we're looking at about 12 minutes. Northbound 6570 is stopped because of the crash from Michigan Street into the North Split. Southbound 6570 stop and go. North Split down to the South Split. And eastbound 70 a grind from Belmont into the South Split. Eastbound 70 taking us about 13 minutes right now to make it into the South Split. West side southbound 465. Stop and go through the construction zone West 10th past Washington Street, US 42 Sam Jones Expressway. That construction zone should expire early Monday morning. Traffic sponsored by Royal Spa. Royal Spa hot tubs are simply better. Come into any of their locations and make the salesperson prove the superiority of the Royal Spa product. Discover more at royalspa.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
As we make our way into Thursday evening, cloudy skies will remain, and there might even be a very slight chance of a few light showers overnight. Low temperature around 48 degrees, winds out of the west-northwest at 5 to 10. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Drew Narsutis for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Yeah, I'm Nigel. That's Hammer over there with a special guest on the hotline.
Adam Gillette is the president of Accuracy in Media. He joins us. Adam, normally when we're talking to you, you are on a college campus and you're taking a look at a number of different things. Who is saying ridiculous things? Who's putting up encampments? What anti-Semitic things are being done this week? But this is a special, like a Veterans Day edition, right?
That's exactly right. And it's an incredibly unfortunate circumstance that we have to share with everybody. But what we learned is that one of those leading anti-Semitic radicals from Columbia University graduated. And you think, good, one less nut job on the campus. Unfortunately, he got a job as a visiting professor at the Virginia Military Institute.
Of course.
So one of these lunatics from Columbia is now at VMI. Is that what you're telling me?
That's exactly right. And he signed a proclamation that blamed October 7th, the Hamas terror attack, not only on Israel, but on Western occupying powers like the United States. This man literally blamed the October 7th terror attack on Israel and the United States. And the proclamation he signed talked about how oppression breeds resistance, which, of course, is DEI speak. It's a man who blamed America, and he's now teaching some of our best and brightest who are supposed to be defending our country. Imagine how difficult it must be to get into VMI. You show up for class, and your professor hates America.
Now, how is that playing at a place like VMI?
Yeah.
Funny question, because as soon as we got active, a number of alumni approached us because evidently they've got new leadership, and the new leadership, I think, is a bit ideologically in line with this radical, and that's how he probably got the job. I think they knew exactly what they were hiring. So the administration probably thrilled with him, just as how the Ivy League schools all used to be Christian universities, and then they would bring in one progressive president, and then they would hire other progressive staffers, and then before you know it, you couldn't get in there unless you were a Marxist to work. I think they're trying to do the same thing with VMI. So the administration thrilled, the alumni outraged, and I went and visited their campus, and I saw an administrator, and she wasn't very happy to see me.
Because, we would almost expect that type of behavior to happen at Harvard or Columbia, all the trust fund babies. But when you put the word military in there, it feels like that's a different group of people who might not have the same tolerance for bull crap. So I think it's fascinating what's going on.
Exactly. We set up a website, savevmi.com, where you could send one message that goes to all the board of governors at that university. Because, my gosh, you think about what this does for readiness. Imagine they turn our military institutions into what they did with the Ivy League. Imagine, they've got West Point and VMI and all of these places that are supposed to prepare the leaders to defend our country, and they fill them with Blame America nut jobs. It's truly terrifying, and it must be stopped.
Yeah, imagine, hopefully, with the new administration, this is not going to be as much of a thing as it has been in the past. What have you seen generally? We talked to you in the fall, at the beginning of school, some of these Ivy League campuses, especially last summer, towards the end, all these protests. Has it calmed down at all, Adam? Has the tone, the tenor? I know we're talking about this Virginia Military Institute thing, and that is definitely something to keep an eye on. But overall, what have you seen in terms of anti-Semitic demonstrations and protests across campuses?
So the encampments are largely gone, and the violence is largely down a little bit. You know, our researchers went out and found the names of everybody arrested on many, many, many campuses, and then we bought all of their domain names and set up profile pages for them so that people could know who these radicals are, because even when they were arrested at the encampments, consistently their George Soros prosecutors dropped the charges. So when no one else offered accountability, Accuracy in Media did. But we are seeing less violence, thankfully. Maybe it's because we've introduced some accountability. I'm hopeful, but cautiously hopeful about what this administration can do, because our hidden camera investigative journalists have been investigating the Department of Defense and all of the woke DEI garbage in that department. And what one person told one of our investigators was that, oh, yeah, they were told previously that they had to stop doing a lot of this stuff. But just like we found in K through 12 education, they just changed the name, changed the titles, and kept doing some of the same stuff. So even if this administration comes out and bans even more, I worry they'll still keep doing it, and it's going to kind of be up to our investigators and others to find it and point it out wherever it is.
We're chatting with Adam Guillette, the president of Accuracy in Media. Adam, when you go onto your Twitter page here, the Accuracy in Media page, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of retweets, a lot of posts, a lot of videos. There's one thing that was retweeted from some anti-Semite from MIT who was justifying the attack on the Israeli soccer fans. Like, when you guys put that stuff out there, take us through what it's like behind the scenes. What are some of the direct messages and replies that you get when you out some of these anti-Semites?
I mean, my favorite, of course, was when someone messaged me on Instagram and said that they wanted to put a Hamas bullet through my head.
Oh,
and I was just like, because I'm so used to these death threats that, you know, I laugh at them. And I was like, my gosh, Hamas has their own branded bullets? They would sell like hotcakes on a college campus. Well, wow. But I'll tell you what's actually funny. As part of our swattings, because, you know, I've been swatted 13 times, we've subpoenaed a lot of records related to my death threats. And Facebook's parent company, Meta, believe it or not, has cooperated quite a bit. And so many of these people who have sent me death threats to myself and my family on social media, Facebook is going to be in the next few days handing over their names to me.
Adam, remind our audience what swatting is.
Great question. Someone calls your local law enforcement agency, pretends to be your neighbor, and says, Adam Guillette has a gun to his wife's head, and I think he's going to shoot. And then next thing you know, a dozen heavily armed SWAT team members burst through your front door because they think they're stopping a crime. And you're maybe in bed, and you roll over to grab your cell phone to turn the light on to see what's going on. And they think they're grabbing a gun, and they shoot you and kill you. People have died. It's a way to essentially try to kill someone. It's essentially attempted murder. In my state of Florida, you get a 20-year sentence for swatting someone. And I've been swatted 13 times since we began our activism against these Marxist Islamic radicals.
Adam, last thing here before we let you go. Just dude to dude here, are you optimistic at all that the new incoming administration will work to try to release some of these hostages?
You know, that's such a great question. We all want to believe that it's going to be like Reagan and Jimmy Carter, and the second the administration changes, they're going to turn them over because they're scared you-know-what-less of what Trump might do. I'm cautiously optimistic there as well, but what I'm really thrilled about the fact is that I think Trump is going to let Israel do what they want and let Israel win the war. You know, we create these wars, or we get involved in these wars, where we basically tell Ukraine, we don't want you to lose, but we don't want you to win. And to a degree, we tell that to Israel at all. That's nonsense. When we're fighting bad guys, the rules should be we win, they lose, the same approach Ronald Reagan had towards the Soviets.
Adam, if somebody is curious about Accuracy in Media, or they want to see some more of your work, where should they go?
Our website is aim.org, AIM.org. We're active on every social media platform, and you can get active and send messages to these radicals. We have these action alerts set up. You can submit tips for people that we should be maybe looking into, aim.org.
Adam, great stuff as always, man. Be safe and keep fighting the good fight, my friend.
Thank you for having me.
It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
We do it every year, Movember. It's not just for beards and mustaches anymore. It's all about men's health awareness. So that's why we're teaming up with Franciscan Health to kind of put out this one-stop shop for all things men's health, Saturday, November 23rd at the Guggenheim House Brewing Company. Beer, games on the television. JMV and Jake and Kevin Bowen from The Fan will be there. And most importantly, here's where you can come get free health screenings from Franciscan Health.
Saturday, November 23rd, mark your calendar. The Gugman House Brewing Company in Indy. Yes, we're going to have beer. Yes, there's going to be the games on TV. Prizes, raffles. We're going to be there at noon. Our friends from 107.5 The Fan will be there. But this is the best part. Free screenings. Get a cancer screening. Ask a nurse. You can ask a doctor. All of these options are available for you for free. You just have to stop by. Check out the events page at WIBC.com, and we hope to see you there with Franciscan Health.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-285-0395. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-285-0395. 800-285-0395. 800-285-0395.
Indiana Pathways for Aging helps Hoosier Medicaid members age 60 and over get support at no additional cost to live life their way.
Mom's Parkinson's is progressing, and Pathways provides in-home support so she can be with family every day.
Pathways coordinates Medicaid and Medicare services. I'm getting help with meals, personal care, and transportation.
One day, I might choose a nursing home, but today, I have options with Pathways.
To learn more, eligible members call 87 Pathway 4 or visit in.gov/pathways.
Hey guys, it's Rob Kendall. Give back November 21st at Hi-Fi. Get tickets to a celebrity bartender toast to Moselle Sanders, powered by Jack Daniels. A night of community, Jack Daniels cocktails, and fighting food insecurity. Sample signature cocktails crafted by celebrity bartenders, all working to help raise $10,000 to feed 10,000 people this Thanksgiving through the Moselle Sanders Foundation. Tickets start at $20, with all proceeds benefiting Moselle Sanders Foundation's mission to support families in need. Get tickets at hifiindy.com.
You know what makes every diamond unique and special are its 4 C's. Its cut, clarity, color, and carat weight. But do you know what makes Diamonds Direct special and unique? It's our own 4 C's. The first C, concept. Diamonds Direct has revolutionized jewelry shopping by eliminating middleman markups and giving you direct access to the world's finest diamonds straight from the diamond cutters. The second C, choice. Diamonds Direct's multi-million-dollar selection of precious diamonds is unparalleled, and with over 4,000 designer settings to choose from, you are empowered to make a decision that works for your style and taste. Third C, confidence. With a nationwide price guarantee, a free lifetime warranty, our unique 110% diamond upgrade policy, and our no pressure, no risk environment, you have total peace of mind. And the fourth C, community. Every year we partner with local charities and nonprofits with significant donations of time, money, and jewelry to make this a better place for everyone. Diamonds Direct, as unique, as special, and as rare as every diamond in our showcase. Official jeweler of the Indianapolis Colts, and proud to call Indy home. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
We have the best technicians in the business here at Family. They'll take care of you every time. 317-577-8077.
Family Heating and Air, your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Everyone knows that soaking in Epsom salts can make you feel better. Now imagine soaking in Epsom salts in a Royal Spa hot tub.
Ah, Royal Spa.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra is making its way back to Gamebridge Fieldhouse on December 19th with an all-new show, The Lost Christmas Eve Tour. For tickets and more information, head to WIBC.com.
All right, Matt Bear, what's up?
All right, looking at the North Split, it's a parking lot right now. We're checking out this crash northbound 65 coming out of the North Split. That's at Meridian Penn, blocking the left lane, stopping us back to Rural. And that also jams up northbound 6570 from the South Split on up to the North Split. Also stopped eastbound 70 coming in right now. It is stopped before Belmont into the South Split with a delay time right now running What's the damn delay? 24 minutes to get from Belmont into the South Split. West side, southbound 465 stop and go traffic through construction from Crawfordsville Road to Sam Jones Expressway. Traffic sponsored by Royal Spa. Royal Spa hot tubs are simply better hot tubs. 24-hour water filtration, purification, and aeration means better water quality. Natural minerals and Epsom salts means better relaxation. Discover more at royalspa.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
53 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center at 93 WIBC.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
We'll get to the breaking news here pretty soon that President Trump officially announcing RFK Jr. as Secretary of Health and Human Services, making America healthy again. That's coming up a little bit after 5 o'clock, going from Rachel Levine to RFK Jr. It's quite a...
Look at them side by side. Rachel Levine and then RFK. Now, a lot of people don't like RFK because he's anti-vax or this or that, whatever. All I know is that at least the person in charge of our health looks healthy.
A couple in Utah are in the news after telling the story of how they got together. Jenna broke up with Mitchell.
Okay.
But Mitchell ended up suffering a serious concussion while out skiing. Didn't remember the breakup. One thing led to another, and she decided, maybe dumping him was the wrong call anyway. Here she is telling their beautiful story.
This poor guy goes skiing, which he loves, and he hit his head, got a really bad concussion, and he didn't remember that I broke up with him. And I chat with him. I am so sorry I broke up with you. I've had time thinking about it, and you've just been so awesome. I want to get back together. And come to find out, concussion was really bad. He didn't remember us breaking up. So he just thought that we were still dating and that I just was not messaging him that often or something. We got back together, and then 7 months after that we got married, and we've been married for 4 years since then, and it's been so much fun.
What a scam he pulled on her.
Right?
He totally remembered that
she
they
fell
broke
for
up.
it. Good for him.
I'll pretend like we're still together, and she'll be none the wiser and feel sorry for me, and we'll get married. It's like that episode of Seinfeld where George quit his job and then just showed up the next day and pretended like it never happened.
Costanza, why are you here?
Yeah.
That yesterday?
That just kind of reminds me of that's not exactly the direct comparison, but I don't believe this guy had a serious concussion. I think he woke up and is like, oh man, she broke up with me. How do I get her back?
Right.
Oh, I'll pretend like it never happened.
And listen, if he's willing to go to this amount of extremes to try to win her back, she must be doing something right. She must be really good at something. So, hey, whatever works, man.
Good
Sometimes you got to fake a concussion to bring true love back. I get it. Dateline, Florida. Someone saw a possum spinning around in circles for hours and thought that he was hurt. But a wildlife rescue place took him in and realized that he just had a bad ear infection.
Oh.
So the possum had vertigo, basically. They gave him some antibiotics. He's doing better now.
Oh, thank God.
Here's a quick video they took of the possum on the recovery.
So I've kept him inside, monitoring him. So this is just some Purina Beyond canned dog food. It's got every nutrient in it. But oh my goodness, look at his floppy little ears. So he's eating now. Checked him completely. I find nothing on him. He's got a couple little old scratches. He had a tick on him. He's doing better. He's already doing better.
Yeah, it's okay. He just has rabies. I mean, the vertigo has been cured, but the rabies, but that's okay.
Would you pick up a possum, Nigel?
No, my dad would, though. My mom was driving my old man back from a Led Zeppelin concert in the late 70s, maybe early 70s, and she hit a possum, and they pulled over, and my dad got out. He was all hopped up on LSD and picked the possum up, and it bit him. And
boy, there's a lot going on.
He had to go.
Wow.
He had to go. My mom had to take him to the hospital where he got 20 shots in a row. He didn't feel literally didn't feel anything though because of the LSD.
Sure. I mean,
this was the 60s and 70s. What do you want?
That was the possum grabbing LSD era. Like some people have a summer of love. Some people have an LSD possum throwing summer. Yeah, I get it. Now, makes a lot of sense now. I totally get it.
This is how I turned out.
Right.
You know?
And
I'm fine.
Okay.
There's some slight hesitation there.
You're here?
Yeah.
When we come back, the new head of the HHS will not be a fat guy that used to be a woman that wants to be a man. I don't know. It's RFK. We'll talk about it when we come back.
Hammer and Nigel here with American Standard. I only use American Standard dealers. I only use American Standard equipment. Had an American Standard air conditioner installed outside my house a couple of years ago. Still humming along. Here's Hammer to tell you about one of those awesome independent American Standard dealers in Central Indy.
How about Stevenson Heating and Cooling in Mooresville? Owner Richard Stevenson has 30 years experience, loves to be in the field working with the customers, a married veteran with 3 daughters. Richard and his amazing staff will treat your house like their own. Fair, honest service, and this has led to referral after referral, and that's what's grown Stevenson Heating and Cooling into what they are today. In Morgan and the surrounding counties, your American Standard dealer is Stevenson Heating and Cooling, 317-557-8532. That's 317-557-8532. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you. American Standard Heating and Air, built to a higher standard.
Your business needs a network it can count on.
Power's out.
Comcast Business has you covered with Wi-Fi backup to help keep your business up and running, even when your power goes out.
Everybody in the warehouse good?
Lights are out, but the Wi-Fi's up. Let's power on.
It's from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
Break room, you good?
Can't microwave my burrito, but Wi-Fi's fine. Let's power on.
Power on with the leader in connectivity, Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Learn how to get Comcast Business Internet and Security Edge plus Wi-Fi backup for $59 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement when you add Comcast Business Unlimited Mobile. And ask how to get up to a $600 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call or go online today. Ends 11/17/24. Restrictions apply. New customers only with 300 megabit per second internet, Security Edge, and Wi-Fi backup. Eagle bill and auto pay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change.
A true partner in your health dedicates time to understanding your needs. At CenterWell Senior Primary Care, doctors make one-on-one time with you a priority, so you can get all your questions answered and feel more confident in your health care. See how it feels to have a team of senior care experts working together to help you feel your best. CenterWell, it's about time. Schedule a tour today at meetcenterwell.com. That's meetcenterwell.com.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out. Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out. Oh, Downy the rinse change. Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Fights odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
Discover Barkeep Vodka, the cleanest and smoothest vodka thanks to its unique compression filtering by Indy-based True Essence.
Top shelf quality and value, and you're supporting local Indiana farms. Grab a bottle at any Indiana store or visit barkeepvodka.com.
Psst. Can you hear me? So can your customers. Get your message heard. Text business to 71007 now. Get results with Radio 1.
Hi, it's Bob from Royal Spa. Did you know you can experience the ultimate rejuvenation with our unique hot tubs made right here in Indianapolis? Royal Spa hot tubs are the only hot tubs compatible with Epsom salts. Imagine the tensions melting away as you step into the luxury of a Royal Spa hot tub. And now is a great time to invest in your rejuvenation. We built our inventory back up and now have new models, scratch and dents, and even demos ready for delivery. Experience the difference for yourself. Visit us online at royalspa.com.
Ah, Royal Spa.
Coming up in 2 minutes, reports of a shooting and a large police presence will tell you exactly where that's happening in Indianapolis, why gas in Indiana is so cheap at the moment, and Indianapolis going to continue to host the NFL Combine. That's coming up after Fox News Radio from the Technology Recycler Studios. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 5 o'clock.
A new cabinet pick just announced. On Lisa Brady, Fox News. President-elect Trump nominating Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to be Health and Human Services Secretary. That would put the longtime vaccine skeptic in charge of the federal agency that oversees vaccine, drug, and food safety, in addition to medical research and Medicare and Medicaid. Texas Republican Congressman Chip Roy calls Kennedy a disruptor and says that's what's needed.
We need to root out the bureaucracy here, beat back the insurance companies, the pharma companies, the big hospital corporations that are rolling over the little guys. We need to root out all the corruption in this town, stop the mandates, free people up so they can have health savings accounts and go to the doctors of their choice rather than being told who to go get their health care from.
And Kennedy ran for president as a Democrat, then independent, before backing Trump, who says Kennedy will play a big role in helping to ensure everybody will be protected from things he says have contributed to a health crisis, including chemicals, pollutants, and food additives. He's one of the nominees who could face the most scrutiny at Senate confirmation hearings, along with the Attorney General nominee, Matt Gaetz.
A Senate confirmation for now former Congressman Matt Gaetz could be an uphill climb to get the necessary 50 votes to become Attorney General. Republican Senator Mike Rounds of South Dakota is one of those not committing to approving Gaetz.
We always allow the president to have the benefit of the doubt, but we still have to do our role in terms of due diligence.
Some Democrats believe Gaetz is unqualified for the job, while those backing the pick say he can help reform the Department of Justice.
Fox's Ryan Schmelz. Gaetz resigned after the nomination, which ends an ethics committee probe of allegations he denies, including sexual misconduct. But the Democratic chair of the Senate Judiciary Committee wants the ethics panel to preserve and share its findings. President Biden heading to Peru for the first of 2 summits, a trip that includes a meeting with China's president and the first ever visit to the Amazon rainforest by a sitting U.S. president. America is listening to Fox News.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
There's been reports of a police shooting in downtown Indianapolis. Cloudy, you have temperatures in the 50s downtown. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 5:02. Police shooting. It's been reported by IMPD happening near 16th and Meridian. This woman was near the area when it happened.
I heard all the cop cars and everything, and it seemed like something was happening down the road. And as I turned around the corner here in the parking lot, I hear like shots, several gunshots, and just pop, 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 pop.
WIBC will let you know what's going on, but there is a large police presence. Avoid the area. Matt Baer will have more from the WIBC Traffic Center on how it's impacting traffic. Ashley and Grant Lansdale, they were killed in 2022 in a crash caused by a U.S. Marine. On Thursday, Jamie Heredia received his sentence. Ryan Hedrick reports.
A Marion County judge sentenced Heredia to 10 years, suspending 5 years of that sentence with the time he's already served. That means he'll be out in about 4.5. You never get what you want to. We got to move on with our lives. And he did admit to killing 2 wonderful people. And to get that time is the best we can get. Ashley's father, Pat Ross, will now raise their teenage daughter. The courtroom saw the moment that Heredia drove his car into the couple at nearly 80 miles an hour. Ryan Hedrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Gas is the cheapest it's been in Indiana since mid-January.
So we've seen energy prices and gas prices coming down steadily, really over the last 2 or 3 years, ever since sort of peak inflation.
IU economist Kyle Anderson talking with Wish TV. That was in 2022 when gas averaged nearly $5 a gallon throughout the state. Thank goodness that's no longer the case. Much cheaper now. Anderson says several things are factoring into the prices decreasing. Indianapolis, it's been home to the NFL Combine for quite some time, the late 80s. And John Herrick reports it's going to stay here a bit longer.
The NFL announced that the Combine is staying in Indianapolis through 2026.
That is a one-year extension for the event. The 2024 NFL Combine brought roughly $10 million to Indianapolis. Indy has hosted the Combine since 1987. At the NFL Combine every year, college football players perform both physical and mental tests in front of National Football League coaches, general managers, and scouts in an attempt to make an NFL roster. Reporting in downtown Indianapolis, John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 5:04.
Holidays will be here before we know it. Maybe you've already started shopping for someone on your list. AAA Hoosier Motor Club inviting you to join them, help make sure some local kids in need get gifts through the Toys for Tots program. AAA giving you the chance to send a holiday message of hope to Central Indy's less fortunate kids.
And as a thank you for donating to Toys for Tots, current AAA members will receive 25% off any merchandise in the travel store or adding someone to your AAA membership featuring their fabulous 24/7, 365 days a year roadside assistance for just $25. And non-members who donate will have the opportunity for early access to a special holiday offer, a classic AAA membership for just $50. Help local children in need this holiday season and secure your peace of mind with a AAA membership. Donate to Toys for Tots at AAA. Visit AAA.com or find the AAA store near you.
With traffic on the fives at 5:05, Matt Bear, what are you hearing about that police presence?
Yeah, Harrison, it's Meridian Street south of 16th, and we definitely want to avoid the area. Right now we have traffic jams in both directions on Meridian Street before and after 16th. Do stay clear if you can. If I'm trying to get out of downtown going northbound, I'm taking Delaware up to Fall Creek and rerouting from there. Looking at northbound 65, still downtown. Man, crash at Meridian Penn, blocking the left lane, stopping us through the north split back to Sherman Drive on westbound 70. This is also jammed up eastbound 70 from the west side. Something fierce. It has stopped after Tibbs Avenue into the south split for a 32-minute delay. And, of course, northbound 65, 70 barely moving in parts up to the north split because of that crash. Inbound 65, stop and go traffic MLK to Meridian Penn. West side, southbound 465, stop and go traffic through the construction zone. That's Crawfordsville Road down to Sam Jones Expressway. Northwest side, northbound 465, stop and go traffic from 86 to 865. And we have a crash enclosure on westbound 865 between 465 and 65. 2-mile backup. Plan on rerouting around that. Again, westbound 865 closed before the 65 interchange because of a crash. Traffic sponsored by Wendy's. Any size soft drinks for $1. Wendy's has $1 soft drinks any size, anytime. Coke, Sprite, strawberry, Fanta, whatever you want. Any size soft drink for $1. Gotta be Wendy's. Limited time only at participating Wendy's. Terms apply. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Thanks, Matt. And here's your forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
As we make our way into Thursday evening, cloudy skies will remain, and there might even be a very slight chance of a few light showers overnight. Low temperature around 48 degrees, winds out of the west-northwest at 5 to 10. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Drew Narsutis for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it!
Hey, my name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there with a special guest on the hotline.
Ryan Hedrick is from the WIBC newsroom. He is on the scene at around 16th and Meridian Street. Ryan, what's going on?
Hammer, the crime scene is behind the CVS in the alley off of 16th Street, just off of Meridian. William Young, the public information officer, just arrived for IMPD. And according to IMPD's Twitter, an officer was shot. I'm not sure the details. It's a very fluid situation here. They have crime scene tape from CVS all the way across the street, and part of the McDonald's parking lot is taped off. So things are fluid here, Hammer.
I'm seeing the tweet that says it was an officer-involved shooting, so sometimes we don't know if that meant the officer was shot or the officer fired at somebody else. Have you had a chance to speak with anybody, Ryan?
Yeah, I spoke to a lady named Jennifer Backer. She's from Utah. She was in the drive-thru getting a Diet Coke on her way out of town when she heard what she said were several gunshots, pop, 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 and she pulled up to the parking space in the parking lot facing the CVS just in time to see police officers dragging a body to safety across the street by this person's shoulder, by their shirt, dragging him, trying to get him away from the CVS. And she said that's when an ambulance pulled up with a police escort and took this person, whoever they are, to the hospital, which is a couple of blocks from us, actually.
Ryan, what could we learn? What can we glean from a media staging? I'm reading at the IMPD News Twitter account, the X account. Media staging is in the parking lot of the McDonald's on Meridian. They don't do that for every kind of shooting, but an officer-involved shooting. This tells me it's something different.
Yeah, well, the media staging, Nigel, is just to get the media away from the crime scene so they can clear the crime scene and keep the shell casings or the body or the articles of clothing or whatever they're going to use in the investigation away from the actual crime scene. So they push the media to the parking lot right now, and really what they're doing is cordoning off a vast area so the detectives can do their job without anybody impeding them. That's what that's for.
Ryan, paint a picture for us here. You know, radio is theater of the mind.
Yep.
Take us through what you're seeing right now in terms of a police presence and everything going on.
There are at least 25 police cars, both marked and unmarked. There's crime scene tape from the west to the south end of Pennsylvania Avenue right now. You can't get through if you're trying to take a left onto Pennsylvania on the 16th from Meridian. You're not going to be able to do that. There's detectives in yellow jackets because it's raining outside and people are taking cover. But there's also, this is interesting, guys, there's a group of students who is, they're trapped in this parking lot because they can't get across the street to go to their school because that's part of the crime scene. So these students are in this parking lot and they can't get out. And of course, people, innocent bystanders, are just watching and waiting for word about what happened here on the corner of 16th and Meridian.
We're speaking with Ryan Hedrick from the WIBC newsroom. He is on the scene at around 16th and Meridian Street where a shooting has taken place, a police action shooting. Ryan, last thing here before we let you go, and I know this is a fluid situation. You just got there. This story just unfolded. Do we know if an arrest was made, whoever fired these shots?
No, we don't know, and that's one thing I asked Jennifer Backer. Did you see anybody fire a shot, and how many people fired it? She did not see anything. She was too busy trying to duck, and, you know, the pop, pop, pop would scare anybody, but we don't have any word on suspects right now. In fact, I could tell you that William Young, the public information officer for Indy Metro Police, is speaking to the media right now, so that will be streaming. And, of course, we have video, guys. We have video the moments after the shooting on Twitter, so follow us at WIBC News. We have all the information you need to know in this developing story.
So there's somebody speaking right now on the situation.
William Young is speaking right now with his back to the crime scene, and he is standing in a grassy area with at least 7 or 8 microphones around him explaining actually what happened. So we should learn more specific details in a couple of minutes. And I just want to say, guys, I don't know if I said an officer was involved or an officer was shot at the beginning of the interview. I certainly don't know that. So, you know, I want to take that back.
Okay. All right, you go check out what the IMPD is doing at this press conference, and we'll check in again here in just a little bit, okay?
Sounds good, guys. Thanks.
All right, that's Ryan Hedrick from the WIBC newsroom on location. 16th and Meridian Street, there's a McDonald's, there's a CVS. The alley of the CVS is where this police shooting took place. Now, Wish TV, our news partners, are reporting that an officer was shot, but he is in stable condition right now. That is what we're hearing from the PIO from the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department. An officer was shot in stable condition. We will certainly keep you up to date on this story throughout the afternoon, not only on our show, but on the news here at 93 WIBC. Turning to some other stories here, Nige. We talked yesterday about how Donald Trump is filling up his cabinet.
Sure.
He's lining them up, and today was another appointment. HHS, the Health and Services Department. This is where RFK Jr. has been nominated to lead that department. Your thoughts?
Sometimes I think, I like RFK Jr. I like all the stuff. I like the stuff he did during COVID, but sometimes I feel like he wants to ban McDonald's. You know what I mean?
I'm not in favor of that at all.
The guy is so healthy and so against, make America healthy again. And I think it's fine. I think it's probably better than the representative we have there now, Rachel Levine, which is a woman,
a big biological dude.
It's an obese
that is dressed like a woman now because he's going through the change. But that's who our poster child of health is supposed to be.
So I like RFK Jr. I like that he's part of Trump's cabinet now, and I don't want him to start like I was being facetious. He's not going to ban McDonald's, but he is totally against anything like that, like preservatives in foods, and also going after big pharma as well.
Correct.
So I think it's a great appointment, quite frankly.
So again, we're getting more information on this breaking news story that's happening at 16th and Meridian. Big police presence. Our Ryan Hedrick is on the scene. Our news partners, Wish TV, had just posted that an officer was in stable condition. I just got a text from Ryan from WIBC Newsroom. Police say that the officer was struck with a vehicle while tending to somebody on a welfare check. Police shot at the driver of that car. So take that for what you will. We're trying to find out more information. We'll pass it along to you once we get that information. And Matt Bear, I'm sure this is creating some chaos, not only with the darkness happening, the rain falling, but now we've got major road closures in downtown.
Yeah, I'm staying away from Meridian and 16th right now. In fact, that whole area is stopped on Meridian Street before and after 16th Street. I want nothing to do with it if I'm trying to get it out of downtown going north. I'm using Delaware Street up to Fall Creek. If I'm coming inbound to downtown Capitol Avenue, always an option. West Street is an option too. There is rush hour traffic, and it's 5:15, so it's going to be a grind. Looking at northbound 65 out of the north split, that is a crash at Meridian Penn. It has a stop to Emerson Avenue, stop to the south split and onto eastbound 70. That's backed up right now, back to Tibbs Avenue. It's a mess. Looking at westbound 865, crash closure. Westbound 865 completely shut down between 465 and I-65. On the southeast side, crash westbound 74, 465. Southbound 465 east side, stop and go traffic from 70 to South Shadeland Avenue. And just learning about a crash on the northeast side, westbound 465 before Allisonville Road. Left lane is blocked. We're stopped to 69. Traffic sponsored by Wendy's. Any size soft drinks for $1. Wendy's has $1 soft drinks, any size, anytime. Coke, Sprite, strawberry, Fanta, whatever you want. Any size soft drink for $1. Gotta be Wendy's. Limited time only. Participating Wendy's. Terms apply. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
52 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. Try to get some more information on this shooting, this police situation on 16th and Meridian. We'll dig up some more information. We'll bring that to you once we get it. But coming up next, a fun round of Are You Okay With This? That's what we'll do. Are you okay with this? That's next.
Back to sleep sale, Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. It's where I got my Tempur-Pedic mattress. For the last 97 years, they've been offering Central Indy the best mattresses at the best prices, free delivery, interest-free financing. Now through Monday, save up to $800 on Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, plus queen mattresses start at $399.
Located in Columbus, Thompson Furniture and Mattress. These guys have been owned and operated by the same awesome family since 1927. And if you need a couch, if you need a love seat, how about an amazing Tempur-Pedic mattress? I got mine from Thompson Furniture and Mattress, and when everybody else is jacking up the rates, they still have free delivery and setup if you live within 75 miles of their store in Columbus. Thompson Furniture and Mattress. They support us here at Hammer and Nigel. Take care of these guys. ThompsonFurniture.net.
As the summer fades and the cool breeze of fall sets in, it's the perfect time to get back to the basics, especially when it comes to your financial future. At Howard Bailey Financial, We believe in simplifying your retirement plan. Our team of advisors help you build a customized retirement strategy that is designed to help reduce risk, increase income, and mitigate tax. Whether you're just starting out or looking to refine your plan, we're here to guide you every step of the way. It's never too early or too late to make sure your financial future is secure. Text BASICS to 888-262-1104 to download your complimentary retirement planning toolkit today. That's BASICS to 888-262-1104. Howard Bailey Financial. Back to the basics. Forward to your future. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, what's all this I hear about seasons free things?
Yeah, we're giving away even more than usual this season.
Free alignment with any Ford tire purchase isn't seasonal, Mike. It's free every day at Tire Discounters.
Sure, but right now, guess what else happens every day?
I know that customers can save up to $250 on Michelin tires.
Absolutely. Now, guess what else?
Mike, I'm a Phantom tire buyer with a secret identity. Please don't toy with me.
Okay, here's the deal.
Yes?
We're doing these drawings.
Like a game show.
And one lucky customer per day wins all their money back for 4 tires.
Spectacular! But why call it seasons free things?
You know, season's greetings. It's like a play on words.
Yes, of course it is. I knew that.
It's seasons free things at Tire Discounters. One lucky customer per day wins their money back on tires. Everyone saves big on major brands like Continental. And a free alignment and oil change comes with every Ford tire purchase.
Hi, it's Bob from Royal Spa. Did you know you can experience the ultimate rejuvenation with our unique hot tubs made right here in Indianapolis? Royal Spa hot tubs are the only hot tubs compatible with Epsom salts. Imagine the tensions melting away as you step into the luxury of a Royal Spa hot tub. And now is a great time to invest in your rejuvenation. We built our inventory back up and now have new models, scratch and dents, and even demos ready for delivery. Experience the difference for yourself. Visit us online at royalspa.com.
Ah, Royal Spa.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out. Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out. Going down in the rinse straight. Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Fights odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
This hour on 93 WIBC, powered by Family Heating and Air, your American Standard air dealer in Indianapolis.
Are you really okay with this?
Are you okay?
Everything's gonna be okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm pretty far from okay.
Are you okay with this? On the Hammer and Nigel show.
Oh, yeah!
Real quick, Nige, before we dive into this, I just want to give an update on that police situation at 16th and Meridian. Just spoke with Ryan Hedrick from the WIBC newsroom, and the IMPD had a press conference. They say that officers responded to a disturbance at 16th and Meridian Street. A suspect hit the officer with a vehicle. Another officer fired on that vehicle, striking the suspect. The officer that was struck by the vehicle is in good condition at the hospital.
Okay.
The suspect has been taken to an area hospital, and he is in stable condition from the IMPD.
Breaking news on a national level. Donald Trump has picked RFK Jr. for Health and Human Services Secretary. He recently said on a podcast that Trump's diet is poison and he never drinks water. Are you okay with RFK Jr. being Health and Human Services Secretary?
Have you seen who the current Health and Human Services Secretary is?
They're polar opposites.
Yes.
Literally.
Yes. I am okay with RFK. Is he a little kooky at times? Sure. Can he go off the deep end once in a while? Sure. But if you're going to be the face of health in this country, you shouldn't be a fat man dressed as a woman. And that's a hill that I will die on. So good for RFK. And I love that he recently said Trump's diet was poison. When it reached for comment, Donald Trump just lifted up his leg and farted and didn't care.
Yeah, thanks, Junior.
Smells like a Big Mac. The original, not the chicken.
We'll have to get it. Tomorrow, promise me we'll get into more of what RFK Jr. had to say in this podcast that he was on about Trump's diet, because it's pretty funny. And it's funny that he's being named. I think it's great. Fine. Make America healthy again. Sure.
Right.
I'm all for it.
And he's willing to call out the soon-to-be commander-in-chief.
Yep. A fire station in Texas caught fire.
It's not good.
Let me repeat that. A fire station in Texas caught fire while the firefighters were out on an emergency call. It looked like it started in the station's kitchen, unfortunately. Here's one of the firefighters talking about what happened.
There's a lot of memories inside those walls. It's very much a home. As of right now, this station will be closed indefinitely. Engine 9 put themselves on it and came back to help. I mean, it's kind of like driving down your own street and you see your own house on fire. I mean, it's gut-wrenching.
Yeah, that sucks.
No, not okay with this. Come on, you can't be the fire station and catch fire. You just can't. I know accidents happen. I know things get squirrely, but you can't have the fire station catch fire. It's just something that can't happen. When reached for comment, here's what Alanis Morissette had to say.
Oh, stop. Oh, Lord.
It's like when your fire station is up in big blaze.
Okay. 80% of us, according to a study, have left a big event early to beat traffic. Someone asked people if they've ever left a big event early to beat the rush, whether it's your favorite artist, sporting event. 80% of us have done it. I know I have. Are you okay with this?
It depends on what's happening with the event. Like, my answer depends on what's going on with the event. Now, if it's a concert and you're skipping out on the encore, I'm not okay with that. You bought the tickets, you went up there, and you're not going to see like the most popular moment of the show. That's on you. But if you're at like a Colts game, and let's just say Joe Flacco has thrown 3 interceptions and he's fumbled the ball, and you're down by 10 with like a minute and a half, 2 minutes to go, I get
All
that.
right. Okay.
I understand that. But no, I mean, if it's a good game or something, or if it's a concert, I never understood leaving a concert early.
I left the Red Hot Chili Peppers concert after one song when they were at Deer Creek.
Why?
It was back when I may have just started at Radio Now, or it was my tail into X103 in the early 2000s. My buddy and I'd seen him before, and our favorite song was The Other Side. Sang it all the time, just, drunk guys. Others, and so we like, all right, let's go. We got free tickets, but we want to meet our buddies in Broad Ripple. Everybody else was going to Broad Ripple. And I said, okay, once they sing The Other Side, we're leaving. We get there, slam a couple beers. What song is the first song they say?
Hello. But you know what? You got free tickets, though.
I did get free tickets.
Like, if you would have bought front row and you would have spent $500 a ticket or whatever, you wouldn't have left after one song.
As soon as that song ended, the first song, we hopped in a cab and bolted to Broad Ripple. Sorry, man.
But for shows that you paid to see, like, how much money did you and your wife spend to go see George Strait?
Hundreds of dollars.
Right.
Yeah. No, we stayed for the whole thing. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, if you're spending your money on it, you want to see the best part of the show. Or if it's a blowout in the ball game and you don't want to see, everybody booing your home team off the field, I get that. But nah, not going to do that.
Do we have time for Denzel here real quick?
Sure.
Real quick. Denzel Washington. We were just talking about him yesterday. Turning 70 years old. He said he's about to retire. But he says the producers of Gladiator 2, which he's a star of, cut out his gay kiss scene. Are you okay with the producers of Gladiator 2 cutting out Denzel's gay kiss scene?
Now, this answer may shock people. I'm not okay with this, because imagine if you're Denzel Washington. You're a very heterosexual man, but you also are somebody that takes their craft very seriously.
Yes, it's in the script. Kiss of Death, Gladiator.
Right. Yeah. So you have to do a dude-on-dude kiss. Now, if you know anything about movie making, it's take after take. It's scene after scene.
Different angles, different lighting.
They probably made him kiss this dude for about an hour straight. and then they left it out of the movie. It's almost like somebody was trolling him, right?
He was getting pranked.
Right, he was getting pranked.
Let's see if we get Denzel, how many times we can get him to kiss this dude.
Like the Impractical Jokers are back in the other room. Kiss him again. Tell him we need more angles. Kiss him again. Like, he probably gave this dude the tongue for about an hour, and it's not even in the damn movie.
You got to put it in the movie, man.
Right. Rob Kendall's ready to go off the rails. He's coming up next right after the news with Harrison Silcox.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Why an officer shot his gun. Cloudy, 53 degrees on the circle. Some light rain south of 465. Showing up on radar 49 as your low tonight. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending. At 5:29, an Indy Metro police officer was hit by a car this afternoon near 16th and Meridian, north of downtown, while conducting a welfare check. An officer then took a shot at the driver of the car. This is Jennifer, who was at the McDonald's nearby when it all went down.
All of a sudden, you saw cops behind a cop car, aiming their guns, trying to be safe and keep cover. You saw a body being dragged across the parking lot.
There's a whole bunch of cops at that McDonald's now. We're expecting to hear more from police there soon. We'll let you know what they say. Both the officer and suspect are expected to recover from their injuries. A U.S. Marine will spend 5 years in prison for killing a Fisher's teacher and her husband 2 years ago in a car crash. Jamie Heredia was driving nearly 80 miles per hour in a 40-mile-per-hour zone when he hit Ashley and Grant Lansdale. Marion County Deputy Prosecutor Joe Cermak says
these charges, no amount of time is going to make up for the loss of their lives, the joy, the relationships. And it's tough because you have to try to explain to the family these number of years does not mean or equate the life of your loved one.
Family and friends read victim impact statements in Marion County Superior Court before the sentence was given. The judge imposed a 10-year sentence with 5 years suspended. Federal officials say a Houston man is in custody. He's accused of supporting ISIS and even planning a terror attack on the U.S. Here's Fox's Kristen Goodwin.
Anas Saeed charged with one count of attempting to provide support or resources to a terrorist organization.
He admitted to discussing how best to conduct an attack on local military recruiting centers. He admitted to wanting to use explosives to commit a mass killing here in Houston.
Special agent in charge of the FBI Houston, Doug Williams. The 28-year-old who was born in Houston, taken into custody last week. Officials also allege he was attempting to produce ISIS propaganda and offering his home as safe sanctuary to ISIS operatives. The charge carries a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
Donald Trump has gone with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to lead the Department of Health and Human Services. It had been rumored that was going to be his pick for quite a while now. Trump said in the past that Kennedy will help make America healthy again. He's been a critic of vaccine mandates in the past. And the NFL Combine will remain in Indianapolis through 2026. The league confirmed the news today. Indy's been hosting since 1987. And with a look at the roads, here's Matt Baer.
Harrison, I'm checking out this crime scene, Meridian Street between 22nd and 10th Street downtown. I want no part of that. I'm avoiding Meridian in that area. If I am outbound from downtown, my personal choice is Delaware Street. I'd take that up to Fall Creek and get back to Meridian from there. Looking at westbound 70 crash, clear at Meridian Penn. Finally, still stop and go traffic on westbound 70 from Emerson Avenue through the North Split because of that crash. And then eastbound 70, also because of the crash, jammed up a complete parking lot from Tibbs Avenue into the South Split with a delay right now, 23 minutes. Looking at westbound 865, shut down on the northwest side, Boone County. That's because of a crash near Salem Road. Traffic is stopped into the 465, 865 interchange because of this crash and closure on 865. They've shut down the ramps from 465 to 865, so you will be diverted right now. If you're planning on going westbound 865 from 465, not going to happen. Westbound lane stopped to Meridian Street because of that crash and closure. Traffic sponsored by Royal Spa. Royal Spa hot tubs are simply better. Come into any of their locations and make the salesperson prove the superiority of the Royal Spa product. Discover more at royalspa.com. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
As we make our way into Thursday evening, cloudy skies will remain, and there might even be a very slight chance of a few light showers overnight. Low temperature around 48 degrees, winds out of the west-northwest at 5 to 10. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Drew Narsutis for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, "I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore!"
And now, Hammer and Nigel go off the rails with Rob Kendall.
Noise pollution.
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer is here. Also joining us live in studio, Rob Kendall from the Kendall and Casey Show. Here to go off the rails. Rob, how are you?
You guys look fabulous today. Thanks, as always, to our segment sponsor, Garage Doors of Indianapolis.
Okay, Rob, Donald Trump, president-elect, coming in guns and blazing, making some controversial appointments to his cabinet. I think Matt Gaetz probably is the most controversial at Attorney General. Your overall thoughts on what you've seen these past couple of days in these cabinet appointments from President-elect Trump?
Kind of compare it to Rodney Dangerfield coming into Bushwood, where I believe the line was something like, "Well, this whole place sucks." And
I love it.
And that's basically what is happening with the government. He's looking at the government and saying this whole place sucks, and having the same sort of people run the government that we've always had, or the same type of people running the government that we've always had, just a different party or a different person that serves a different set of special interests, isn't going to work anymore. And I love these outside the box. I love these outside the box picks.
Way outside the box.
Great.
Right.
The current box stinks. This whole place sucks.
So we'll get to some of the individual names here in just a moment. Nigel already brought up Gaetz. We'll get to that. But the big picture question here, compared to the first time around, compared to 2016, is Donald Trump doing this better than he did the first time around?
Infinitely better, because he's aligning himself with people that are two things. One, that are going to be loyal to him, which he absolutely needs if he's going to push his agenda. And these are people who actively supported and campaigned for him in many cases, so they can't like turn around and go, "Whoa, what an idiot that guy turned out to be."
It felt like the first time around, he was just passing out favors to his buddies.
He was. He listened to Mike Pence. The biggest problem was he listened to Mike Pence, and you look at the establishment butt sniffers that were in that first cabinet, people like Dan Coates and Elaine Chao, Mitch McConnell's wife. This time Trump is recognizing, and I think part of it is a finite amount of time. I have 4 years. I have to get started immediately. So he's got people that are loyal to him. And two, he is surrounding himself with people from, in this case, outside the system. And I think that's so key. People who are outside the system in most cases. Now, there's some of these guys like Rubio. You can't make every confirmation a drop-down, drag-out affair. But even with Rubio, in terms of what he will do as Secretary of State, he's tough on Iran. He's tough on China. The core things that are going to be of the Trump foreign policy agenda, he's on board with. I love these picks. I think he learned a lot from the last time.
So I'm going to name a name here, somebody that has been nominated to be part of Donald Trump's cabinet. Just a little rapid fire here, and you tell me your thoughts, okay? Attorney General Matt Gaetz.
I think this is a phenomenal nomination, because we're going to find out real quick if John Thune means what he says when he says he's here to pass the Trump agenda. Because you cannot screw around with these nominations. If you believe in Donald Trump, you have to let him pick his team. You have to let him. What was the Bill Parcells line where he said, if I'm going to make the food, I'd like to also be able to purchase the groceries or something like that. You've got to let the guy have his people. And John Thune winning all those votes to be the head of the Senate said, we're here to help Trump. Look, Matt Gaetz has not been charged with any criminal activity. They've been investigating him for years. Matt Gaetz has not been punished for any criminal activity.
No, there's no proof of anything. Zero proof.
The fact that the thing that may be out there is the guy had a somewhat adventurous sex life. Well, okay. In Washington, D.C.
No, I'm with you. And I think if given the opportunity, it would be amazing. I think he would do amazing things. But the same people who live and die by secret ballots, these same establishment swamp monsters who don't like what he did to Kevin McCarthy, do you see them voting for him?
These guys are going to ask the adult supervision, and there's a bunch of these guys like this, and it'll be whatever risk the adult supervision, in this case, John Thune, who still in large part will report to McConnell, are going to say they want to take with Matt Gaetz.
Is there any shot that Donald Trump is doing this? I'm going to pick Matt Gaetz, political flamethrower, to be my attorney general. And then everybody freaks out. People's heads are spinning around. But what he really wants, he knows he'll never get nominated. He knows he'll never get that nomination. So what he's doing is saying, I'm going to put Matt Gaetz out there, but then turn around and bring in somebody that I really want, that I know is going to support me. Even though I know Gaetz would support Trump, too.
And then he makes it look like he's doing right to his buddy.
Absolutely.
The problem with that is it looks so bad when you fail. Like, that's a high-profile one to fail. Attorney General's a big one.
True.
And I agree with you that there's people who put that out there, and I'm not saying that's a horrible theory. I just think that looks so bad if you fail. And I think with how Trump was treated by the Department of Justice, he wants to ensure that he is going to have a loyalist in there who's going to get down to business. Now, look, I don't think the Gaetz pick is great from the standpoint of I don't think he's the most qualified person. I think he's probably too political. But if you're Trump and you have been harassed by the Department of Justice,
right,
are you going to take any risk?
All right, some more names, a little rapid fire here. National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard.
A+. Because what this is doing is it's people who have been lobbing grenades on the sidelines for years and saying, okay, there's some merit to what you said. Now we're going to give you an opportunity to fix it. Tulsi Gabbard has talked about the abuse of intelligence and law enforcement against citizens in this country, and now we're going to give her an opportunity to do something about it.
She's been accused of being a traitor by Hillary Clinton.
Right.
She was put on a list.
Yeah,
and now she's in charge of intelligence, or will be.
Yeah, good pick.
All right, so let's go to the Department of Government Expenses, or whatever it's called, the Doge Department. Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy.
Well, it's not a real government agency, so I mean, it's going to be guys with an idea. Here's my concern about this: in Indiana, in the middle part of Mitch Daniels' term, he created the Kernan. In the middle part of his first term, I think he created the Kernan-Shepard report, where he had former Chief Justice Randall Shepard, who's a Republican, along with Joe Kernan, former Democrat governor, and he said, "I want a bipartisan commission on how to reform local government. Give me slam dunk things that both sides agree local governments should be doing to be more efficient." They gave him that. It was a great blueprint. You know what that thing did? Sat on a shelf and collected dust for the remainder of his term, because all of these special interests who are going to be affected by common sense reforms to local government huffing and puffing, and the lawmakers are like, well, we can't offend these people because then they'll be mad at us and nothing happened. That is my concern with this, that they will put forward, like the Kernan-Shepard report did, good common sense reforms, and then special interests will get a hold of it, and nothing's going to happen.
All right, last one here. Department of Defense, Pete Hegseth.
I love it. I mean, the guy went to Princeton. He went to Harvard. He played the NCAA tournament. He's a decorated war veteran.
But hold on, Rob. Everybody at The View just said he's a TV host.
Oh, yeah. Who served heroically in combat. I love this, man. It's outsiders. It's new people. It's new blood.
Isn't it wild how many blue checkmark people on television just say he's a TV host and clearly have not done any homework to look at this dude's military resume?
Not only that, not only done any homework to see what other previous TV hosts and previous administrations have gone on to work in the president's cabinet.
Well, and look at the guy before him. Wasn't Lloyd Austin the guy before him who just disappeared for days and had surgery and nobody knew about it and was triple masking under a windshield wiper
talking about
visor?
that yesterday. Yes.
Come on, like this is they act like George Washington is the standard, like as though Grant is currently leading our military. I mean, come on, you can't go anywhere but up, no matter who he puts in there.
Going off the rails with Rob Kendall. Bring it back a little local here. I heard you talking on your show earlier today about the team that Governor-elect Mike Braun is bringing to the table. Transition team. Walk me through your thoughts on that.
Well, we were a little disappointed Casey and I were left off the list.
That's a shame.
However, we were also left off Micah's list, but we wanted to be very specific about this, and the person who is in charge...
Now, hold on. Don't walk past that. Did you want to be on Micah's list? I can't tell with you. I don't know.
Tell if he was being serious or not.
I couldn't either.
No, look.
What's a transition team do, first of all?
Well, their job is to start getting people in place, start looking at hiring. Hey, what's the goal of the administration? What are the agenda items? Who do we look at putting in these positions? How do we look at making sure these initiatives get ahead of the legislature? And this shouldn't come as any surprise to anyone. There is a lot of swampy creatures, people who would light me on fire if they could get away with it, who are affiliated with Braun's transition team. Here's what I've said to people. There are two things I want out of this legislative session. I get that the Republicans Our new saying on our show, and I give full credit to the Degenerates Next Door podcast. We have a saying on that show, Hammer came up with. It is Florida is ass.
The Florida Gators football program, Florida is ass.
Okay. And so a little play off that. The new saying on our show is the Republicans are ass. And what I accept is that the Republican brand is ass and that the Republican Party in this state is going to govern like ass. However, there's two things I want that I think can be accomplished, and that is the Mike Braun property tax reform, which resets the bills to 2021 levels, and universal school choice. And if the Republicans can do that, even though the rest of what they will likely do is ass, I will sit in my little corner and be quiet and be very happy. If they don't do that, then we're going to have a big problem. As it with the Micah thing, no, I don't. That's actual work, and you know how like on our show, Casey does all the actual work. Being on a transition, show up. Yeah, I just show up. Here,
you're part of multiple programs, and you don't do a damn thing.
No, I don't do anything on Degenerates Next Door either. But here's what I have. Micah's deputy chief of staff is a phenomenal woman named Erin Sheridan, and Erin has said I could say this publicly. She is my official voice on the transition team. So just like with my radio show where Casey does all the work and I just show up and start talking, Erin is doing all the work for me on Micah's transition team.
You're like the Micah whisperer.
Yeah, that's right. I don't want to do any extra work. No. That's a thankless job and a lot of work. And no, I'm not. I don't want any part of that.
Come back for one more segment.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Rob Kendall going off the rails. This is the Hammer and Nigel show.
We know that around the holidays, things don't always go as planned. That's why Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles, the best warranty around. So make memories this season in a Hubler quality pre-owned vehicle. Shop drivehubler.com or any of our 12 locations. Every Hubler Q certified vehicle is covered by a 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty and includes a 128-point vehicle inspection, plus a free Carfax history report. Choose from over 2,000 Chevys, Fords, GMCs, Buicks, Nissans, Acuras, Mazdas, Hondas, and many more. All makes and models. Certified luxury, even the hard-to-find ones. No matter where your plans take you, spread cheer all season long, knowing Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles. Happy holidays, Indiana. Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 12 locations. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Your business needs a network it can count on.
Power's out.
Comcast Business has you covered with Wi-Fi backup to help keep your business up and running, even when your power goes out.
Everybody in the warehouse good?
Lights are out, but the Wi-Fi's up. Let's power on.
It's from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
Break room, you good?
Can't microwave my burrito, but Wi-Fi's fine. Let's power on.
Power on with the leader in connectivity, Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Learn how to get Comcast Business Internet and Security Edge plus Wi-Fi backup for $59 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement when you add Comcast Business Unlimited Mobile. And ask how to get up to a $600 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call or go online today. Ends 11/17/24. Restrictions apply. New customers only with 300 megabit per second internet, Security Edge, and Wi-Fi backup. Eco bill and auto pay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change.
Garage Doors of Indianapolis has been a local, family-owned and operated business for nearly 50 years and helps keep Central Indiana's economy strong by employing over 70 families. Garage Doors of Indianapolis stands by their products and services while they share and embrace our conservative values. So when you have garage door problems, call them today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis, 875-4577, 875-4577, or visit doorstoday.com.
A true partner in your health dedicates time to understanding your needs. At CenterWell Senior Primary Care, doctors make one-on-one time with you a priority so you can get all your questions answered and feel more confident in your health care. See how it feels to have a team of senior care experts working together to help you feel your best. CenterWell, it's about time. Schedule a tour today at meetcenterwell.com. That's meetcenterwell.com.
Earn, save, grow. It's time your money works harder and goes further with a Stockyards Bank and Trust CD. For a limited time, earn 5.15 annual percentage yield with our 5-month CD special. Proudly serving our communities since 1904. Visit any of our 5 Indianapolis area locations or syb.com/IndyCD today and experience the Stockyards Bank difference. $10,000 minimum balance required. Limited time offer. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
With Progressive Insurance, you can protect your family, your phone, and your furry friends with life, electronic device, and pet health insurance. Visit Progressive.com.
Did you get a heating and air conditioning quote that you're just not sure of? Give us a call for a free second opinion.
317-577-8077 for Family Heating and Air, your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
You want to listen all day to WIBC, but you don't always have time. Don't worry. There's a podcast for that. The WIBC Mashup. Daily highlights from your favorite hosts, Tony Katz, Kendall and Casey, and Hammer and Nigel. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
Matt Bear has a look at the roads.
All right, Hammer, westbound 865 closed on the northwest side. Boone County closed at the 465 ramps. You cannot exit to westbound 865, and this has caused a backup on westbound 465, jammed up from 31 to that 865 interchange for a 23-minute delay. And once you get there, you will be forced onto southbound 465. Looking at inbound 65, stop and go traffic. That's 38th Street, Kessler to 21st. Eastbound 70 still jammed from an earlier crash. Tibbs Avenue to the south split, 29-minute delay. South side crash, westbound 465 before I-65. It's blocking the left lane, causing stop-and-go traffic back to Arlington Avenue. Stay clear of Meridian near 16th Street. Police activity investigating a shooting from earlier this afternoon. Traffic sponsored by Royal Spa. Royal Spa hot tubs are simply better. Coming to any of their locations and make the salesperson prove the superiority of the Royal Spa product. Discover more at royalspa.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
52 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center at 93 WIBC. Back with Rob Kendall of the #1 rated Kendall and Casey show, 9 to noon here at 93 WIBC. We're going off the rails. Rob, we got a new podcast that dropped this afternoon right around 1 o'clock. I've got NFL action tonight on Thursday. You pick a Colts game every week.
Colts are impossible to bet. Now, I was horrible at the Colts earlier this year, and I've been, knock on wood, really good the last 3 weeks, but it's all luck because they're so unpredictable. Like, how do you know how to bet these guys?
What's it at right now?
The over was it 44?
44 was the over-under, and the Jets are a 4-point favorite.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's hard.
And it's
That's
like
a tough one.
You never know who's going to be playing quarterback. You never know how this person's going to be playing. I mean, Flacco looked like a world beater against the Jags, and then looks like Rex Grossman the last couple games for the, I mean, and then Richardson. Which guy are you?
Native Hoosier taking some shrapnel here.
Did you see him in the Super Bowl? Look, the Colts are a dumpster fire, right? I mean, they're just and from a betting perspective, it's just flip a coin because you know this, and you and I have talked about this for years. In sports betting, if you really know what's going on, you can get a little bit because it's humans in doing human things, so there's going to be human error and things you won't predict and whatever. But if you know what's going on, you can get a little bit of an advantage compared to the regular people. But with the Colts, how do you do it? Because who knew Flacco was going to throw all those interceptions, the last game? We hit the over in that game on the final play of the game. If the guy doesn't go up and catch that ball, am I any better or worse as a sports bettor because I got a garbage touchdown late in the game?
Right. And congratulations, because you're like the first person that's ever won a bet that way. Usually I get beat and I get screwed. Nobody ever wins a bet when the guy slides down at the 1 yard line.
Here's what we're also
Nobody ever wins by the hook.
Here's what we're also going to be talking about on Degenerates Next Door podcast, which is available now, is this Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight. I am fascinated by this. You
into it?
I'm totally into it. I'm on board with it. I can't wait to watch all 6 hours, the featherweight and the welterweight and the overweight and the whatever weights we got to get to the little kid in me, the kid who in 1994 stayed up to watch George Foreman through scrambled unpaid for HBO knock out Michael Moore. I can't wait for this.
I got news for you, Rob. Customato ain't running out of that tunnel. Customato ain't running anywhere these days, and Mike Tyson's like, 60 years old?
Yeah, but the little kid in me is so fascinated for this.
What's coming up on the Kendall and Casey show?
Well, I know you guys are talking about this today, but we're a little obviously behind you guys. InfoWars got bought out by The Onion.
It's crazy.
So fascinating to me.
Tinfoil hat. Talked about that earlier. I'm telling you, I think this is tinfoil hat stuff. The Onion wants to still keep InfoWars, put their ridiculous nonsense out there, and have people think that it's real.
Well, Alex Jones is an Onion character. He's perfect for The Onion.
The fluoride in the water's turning the frogs gay.
Special thanks to
Garage Doors of Indianapolis. You guys are the best. Thank you.
He's off the rails. That's Rob Kendall. This is the Hammer and Nigel Show.
$182,000.
What?
Yeah, $182,000. According to CBS News, the average American loses out on an average of $182,000 in Social Security income. And it's because they filed for their benefits, Rob, at the wrong time.
Learn how you could avoid this with a free Social Security analysis from Bill Demery, your retirement guy in Indy.
We trust Bill to help with planning for our retirement, and you can too.
This free analysis could help you get the most income from Social Security while considering the impact on your spousal benefits, taxes, IRAs, and 401k withdrawals, and Medicare premiums.
If you've saved more than $200,000 and have not filed for Social Security, schedule your free analysis by calling 317-932-9912.
Don't lose $182,000 in Social Security income that's rightfully yours.
Call 317-932-9912. That's 317-932-9912.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify.